This is Ada Cougar Football, presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
Ready.
Brought to you in part by Ada Nissan, Classic Cake, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, CTS, Fenton Ford, First United Bank, Great Plains Kubota, Hilltop Dodge, Landrum ENT, Laser Zone, Simmons Bank, State Farm Agent Don Carpenter, T&W Tire, Vision Bank, and Wild Rose Place. Now, let's go live to the action with the voice of Ada Cougar Football, Kenny Morrison.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Norris Field, Coisto Stadium, Ada Cougar Football, Friday night under the lights. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley on the call here this evening. Man, we are looking forward to it, Trey. The McAlester Buffaloes are in town. Nathan Crowell, our engineer. You got Mason Lee on the camera, and we are set for another big night. Two teams undefeated coming in.
Football time in Oklahoma.
Yes, this is you get two.
It's not quite fall yet, though, Kenny. It's still a little warm. We could start this about 10 o'clock. I'd be happy.
Yep. What a rivalry. This is the 97th all-time meeting. They've been playing since 1915?
15.
Yeah.
They took a break in the early teens. McAlester took a game against, wanted to play some Texas teams, so they dropped us from the schedule. So there was about a 6-year hiatus. Otherwise, it would be 103.
McAllister's been runner-up in Class 5A the last 2 years. Good football team, coached by fifth-year head coach Forrest Mazie. They beat Broken Bow 23-13 in a game that featured 12 sacks by McAlester. They beat Prescott, Arkansas 17-13 a week ago. The Cougars come in 14-7 over Durant. Then the shellacking of Ardmore last week, 41-0. So the two teams put a perfect record on the line tonight. And both teams have a week off next week before district play. Should be a lot of fun. Stay with us. We're streaming live at k80aradio.net, on your radio at 99.3. Stay with us because Brad Osteen, our head coach in his third year, I had a chance to sit down with Coach on Thursday morning. Coach's Corner next, right here. This is broadcast a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Welcome back to Ada Cougar Football. I'm Kenny Morrison with the Cougar third-year head coach Brad Osteen. Coach, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Coach's Corner, Friday Night Lights, big game. McAlester Buffaloes in town to take on your Ada Cougars tonight. 97th all-time meeting, another great rivalry in the state of Oklahoma. You look at rivalries across the state, and Ada's got, I think, is in as many long-term rivalries than anybody. 100th meeting against Ardmore last week, McAlester tonight. But, Coach, before we look into the McAlester game, congratulations. What a big win in the 100th meeting all-time against Ardmore, and a fun week of football. 41-0, largest margin of victory for Ada over Ardmore in the illustrious history of that matchup.
I didn't know that. I was just proud of our kids and coaches for going out and performing, and just a great atmosphere for high school football.
Yeah. What made the difference in that game for the Cougars compared to week one? The defense was, I want to talk about them in just a moment. They've given up 7 points in 8 quarters. They've been outstanding. They're taking the ball away. But what made the difference to put 41 points on the board? Offensively seemed to be a little more rhythmic.
Well, we come out and set the tone early, and I think it was just a mindset of being physical, having confidence in our job and doing our job. But that's one thing I felt like, week one we were kind of unsure, we were kind of slow off football, but be confident. We told those guys, if you make a mistake, make it go on full speed, and so that was kind of the mindset of all week of preparing for that, is just building that confidence up, and then just going out and performing and cutting loose and having fun. You play this game to have fun, and so I thought that was just the biggest difference. We took care of the football for the most part, and we come off the ball up front, and just really proud of our offensive line, tight ends, and fullbacks. Those tight end fullbacks are just as important in blocking jobs as we do. So just really proud of those guys. And then I thought our receiving blocking was really good.
Ada defeated Ardmore 41-0, had a big day offensively. And you talk about the offensive line, Coach. I want to bring them up again because they were a little subpar in week one. We talked about that.
100%.
They were good last week. Every time it seemed like I looked up so often and made this comment to my partner Trey Kinley in the booth, there was 5-6 yards of space up or downfield as the running back
yeah.
hit the corner before there was contact on multiple plays.
100%. And and just it goes back, because if you don't go attack them and they attack you, you're absorbing it. It's physics, and we talk to our kids about that. It's if you take a small step and you don't fire off the football, then they got all that momentum coming into you. You're absorbing all that energy, instead of delivering all that energy. And so just understanding that, and it goes back to I just really believe it's a confidence factor of what we're doing and everything, but it's good when we do it right.
Yeah, 4 different players took a snap at quarterback, whether there's a wildcat or a traditional set, and 4 different players had really good games running the football from back there, including then you had the running backs on top of that. If you get a chance, our good friends at the Ada News, take a look if you haven't already looked at the photo of a great photo of not only running the football, but Dawson Matthews did a complete pancake job of an Ardmore lineman in that photo.
Well, that's the one thing that we tell those guys is you're not there to watch the game or whatever. You block until you hear that whistle, and so just seeing those guys do that and reap the rewards of their hard work through the off season, because Dawson last year he played as a 14-year-old for 8 games, and so and then he spent so much time in the weight room and just developed himself at strength level. He's going to be a special player for us.
Coach's Corner with head coach Brad Osteen. The McAlester Buffaloes in town tonight, game 3. After this, a week off, and then district play starts for the Cougars, trying to start 3-0. Cougars now number 10 in Class 4A, take on third-ranked 5A team McAlester. Defensively, coach, is going to be a battle tonight, but this defense in 2 weeks of football, giving up only 2.9 yards per carry, really doing their job.
Coach Shamley does a fantastic job with our defense, and he's got those guys playing real well, which we all are in that. All of our coaches are coaching both sides of football, and I coach the D line, and so I like bragging on those guys, and it's our job to eat up double teams, and if it takes 5 of those guys to block our 3, then we have numbers, and it allows Fisher Moore and George Maddox and Brendan Riddle and Xander Ryan's the linebacker core come in and make tackles. It's not our job to always make the tackle, but it's our job to control the front, control our gaps, and make them have to double team us.
Deontay Lindsay had another huge game, back-to-back 2 interception games to start the season, including one that went to the house, 89 yards officially for a touchdown to kind of put the icing on the cake in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. I think that's 4 picks for Deontay.
4 in 2 weeks.
4 in 2 weeks, and I haven't looked at the stats, but I would probably say he's leading the state in interceptions. And so, once again, he's a special player, but it's kind of some of the things that we do defensively that Coach Shamley has in that really kind of baits people to throw that ball, and we teach those guys where it's coming and be there to rob it. And Deontay just. He's one of those kids that just shows up every day and works hard and deserves and has earned this right to have that success, and so just really, really proud of him.
Deontay Lindsay, and if you want to go back to that replay at K80aradio.net and watch it, just watch the footwork of Deontay on that interception and the read of the quarterback. We played that back, and he read the quarterback, stepped about three steps as they saw that ball coming, and it was a thing of beauty. Even before, the thing before the interception, the way he read that, and then the way he used his footwork to get it and go.
Yeah, and that's just something that Coach Shamley's done with those guys even last year, and he was a returning starter, and at the end of the year we felt like he was our best corner, and understanding the system and buying into the system all the way, and just understanding that it works. And so just really proud of our defensive side of the ball as a whole. Two good football teams and only give up 7 points. That's pretty good.
All right, now it's the McAlester Buffaloes, ranked number 3 in Class 5A. They've played for a state championship the last 2 years, just fell short in the championship game. They've started 2-0. They're good.
Yeah, they're really good right now, and they've been there, done that. A lot of those guys have played in 2 state games, and so they have a lot of experience, and they're very physical. Defensively, I think it's probably the best defense we'll face. Durant did some really good things, but McAlester just plays at a different physicality level that we got to match. Offensively, They lost the D1 kid. They're still productive on offense. They're not throwing up large numbers, but they played 2 quality opponents too in Broken Bow and Prescott, Arkansas. So it's just really tough to kind of see we're early, but they haven't produced a lot of points either. But I think it's going to be a really, really good matchup for us defensively.
We always talk about penalties and turnovers, time of possession, control of the football. Will it even be more so important in a game like this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be very important for us to take advantage of every offensive possession to utilize that, because it's kind of set up to be a defensive battle, and we got to make big plays when we got a chance to make big plays.
Let's talk about that for just a moment, kind of parlay in big plays, and let's go somewhere we really haven't gone yet. That's special teams. LeKeven stepped up, and others, but made some big-time plays last week in special teams. A lot of times that can be the ace in the hole to finding a way to win a game like this, whether it's turn field position around 100%. Or score off a special teams play.
Yeah, that's something that we always talk about, and a lot of teams or a lot of coaches kind of neglect the special team aspect of it, and we work 2 phases every day, sometimes 3, and it's the phase of the game that you don't really try to scheme and stuff like that, but we try to do a really good job. Coach Bull does a good job of scheming it, and our kids take a lot of pride in it because, like you said, the field position in games like this is huge, and so just got to execute on that side in that phase of the game too.
Yeah. Coach Brett Osteen here with us, and finally, Coach, before we wrap this up and get ready to go kick it off tonight, depth on the defensive side, really both sides, but I'm going to talk on the defense because it's going to be such a physical game. You're going to have to stop that power game that McAlester brings. But I like some of the depth, the backup linebackers and guys have been coming in to spell Fisher when he goes both ways. I've saw some positives with those young, the Kelton Stipes, and I don't want to miss anybody, but there's been several that have come in and really done a great job.
Yeah, and that's something that, I'm big on. We've talked about it for years is we try to play a lot of bodies, and if you stick 11 guys out there and that's all your guys that play, and then say 1 or 2 of them gets hurt, then you got to get out there and play a lot of snaps, and the other thing is trying to keep kids fresh, and then we're having to play, like a Fisher Moore. He's having to play a lot more snaps this year than he has in the past. So having those kids ready and just having the mindset is we've got somebody for you. Go out there and play as hard as you can, and then if we need to, we'll sub another guy in there for you and go to work.
Yeah. Coach, looking forward to it. Second of 4 consecutive home games, chance to start 3-0, and then a needed not week off of practice, but a week off from having to prepare for a game before you open district play.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, is just get healthy and everything like that. So just really excited about Friday night, and let's go see where we're at.
All right, looking forward to it. The lights are on at Coesto Stadium, and we are just about ready to kick it. Stay with us. This is Cougar Football, streaming at kadaradio.net. Welcome back to Coesto Stadium. Ada Cougar Football, Friday Night Lights, 112th season of Cougar Football. Kenny Morrison alongside Trey Kinley. Hope you enjoyed Coach's Corner. Great insight from head coach Brad Osteen. And Trey, Cougars coming off. Let's look back real quick. Me and Coach Osteen talked about it. Most of the folks just heard. But offense clicked a little better last week, amassing 298 yards, 261 on the ground, 37 through the air. But a little more diversity, 16 first downs, moved the ball a bit better a week ago against Ardmore.
Yeah, they look like an offense. And I'll repeat on the air what I said yesterday at the Quarterback Club luncheon. Shameless plug, every Thursday at 12 o'clock, except for next week. Don't get too down with what happened in week 1, but don't get too up for what happened in week 2.
Yeah.
It's a team. The best thing that happened last week is we executed well. We no self-inflicted penalties for the most part. Don't care what the score was.
Yeah.
Ardmore was down, is what it is. Everybody has their ebbs and flows, but they executed well, came out of it relatively injury-free, and that's the good thing.
Yeah, and this game, I really believe, is going to come down to the trenches.
Yep.
The strength of both these teams up the middle defensively. McAlester had 12 sacks in a week 0 win, 23-13 against Broken Bow. They've got 13 in 2 games. They get so much penetration from their front three, and also they have their version, not as good in my opinion. They're good, but I'm biased, of our M&M team. They've got some really good inside linebackers.
Yeah, they're probably a little bit stronger on the D-line. We're a little bit stronger at the second line, linebacker. Their D-line, not that our D-line is not good. This D-line has a lot of experience, about the same size as us, but from what I've heard from the coaches, they use their hands really well. Not as strong as Durant or physically imposing, but better technique-wise. So I agree it's going to be decided in the trenches and in the back pocket. Well, I don't know if they keep them in their pocket. The waistband of the guys in black and white.
Yeah.
Penalties.
There you go. Hopefully they're at a minimum tonight. We'll take a pregame timeout, come back, have the coin toss, introduce the captains, and see the Cougars come on to
the field.
Norris Field down below. You betcha. This is Cougar Football tonight, streaming at KADARadio.net, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Welcome back to Coy-Easto Stadium.
Norris Field.
There you go. No.
Norris Field.
I thought I messed up again.
No, I was reiterating in case people got lost in the silence.
We'll go ahead and talk then, because I'm going to write the captains down for McAlester.
Captains for Ada, number 10, Fisher Marr, number 5, Case Stafford, 26, Xander Rhines, and 19, George Maddox, all seniors.
McAlester captains will be senior Malachi Rice, senior quarterback Caden Lesnow, senior wide receiver Jackson Lorriman, and senior running back and defensive back Ethan Watkins. The Cougars got the maroon uniforms, maroon helmets, got their white numbers. McAlester in their white uniforms tonight. As these two teams renew, Trey Kinley for the 97th time. We talked about a series the Cougars have dominated, winning 62, losing 33, one draw back in the day. As Cougars have won the toss.
And one canceled due to COVID.
2020, 19, the Cougars won 42-26 over at McAlester. And a game of big play after big play, if you'll remember. Odom had a big play in that game, and Jake Shannon had a big play in that game. And
is that when we had the 99-yard touchdown pass?
It was.
That's a record.
That was it. And then McAlester was one the last 2 years. Cougars battled last year. Just ran out of. McAlester was.
They were the better
good
team.
So Ada has won the toss for the third straight week and deferred, Trey. So they will defer. McAlester will get the football, and they'll decide if they will receive. Ada will kick, and Ada will, looks like, defend the south goal. So Ada defends south goal. And that's the way we'll start. So Ada's 3 for 3 on winning the coin toss. Can they be 3 for 3 in the win column? Trey Kinley, keys to victory for your Ada Cougars.
Trenches, penalty conscious, emotionally conscious. We've got to respond to the disrespect that we get from McAlester without losing our cool, and but not be intimidated by it. And I don't think we will be.
When Ada has the football tonight, the offensive line will be Dawson Matthews, Isaiah Hayden, Makir Sanusi, Kel Fuller, and Will Johnson. The signal caller, Brock Boyle, sophomore. Running back, Xander Rhines, senior. Wide receiver, Deontay Lindsay and LaKeven Richardson. Fisher Marr, the fullback. Cord Coffey will be a tight end. Caden Mitchell will do the kicking honors to start tonight. And Deontay Lindsay out there in the return game. And the Cougar return game, before I set the defense, Trey, the Cougar return game was pretty good last week.
Yeah, obviously we had one mishap on handling a punt, but we've kept him in there, and we saw why. Keeve's got some moves once he gets the ball in his hands, and that could be a change tonight, or a big play tonight on special teams.
Hey, you like the new the helmet with the block A and the Cougars, man, looks good coming out down there.
Yeah, shout out to Citizens Bank, Curry Orthopedic, and the Chickasaw Nation for making that possible. You can't see it from this side, but on the back side, the flaps before you come in the tunnel has all of the state championships mentioned. It's got a little smoke machine on the top. Pretty cool.
And guess who's leading them out? Right behind head coach Brad Osteen.
I was going to say Osteen is.
Yeah, Osteen will lead them, but the first player behind him, yeah, there they go. He is amped up and always keeps his team on that same level. Here come your 2023 Ada Cougars. From the north end of Coy Ishto Stadium, the Cougars take the field. We're number 4 up there. The Cougars take the field. McAlester will have the football first. Ada won the toss and deferred. The Ada defense against this McAlester offense, which does not have as many playmakers as they've had in the past, but they're still solid and run the football extremely well. Run over pass about 60-40, 65-35 in the run game.
Yeah, very very similar offenses here. Not necessarily in formation and plays, but identity. Both of them want to run the ball. Both of them will throw it if they need to, but if they don't need to, they're going to ground and pound.
218.5 rushing per game, 88 passing per game, an average of 306.5 for McAlester on the offense. The Cougar defense stacks up with Will Johnson, J.B. Coyle, and Isaiah Hayden along the front line. The linebackers on the inside are Fisher Moore and George Maddox. The outside backers are Xander Rhines and Brennan Riddle. The free safety is Colton Carlock. The strong safety, Chase Bailey. The corners, Deontay Lindsay and Kamari Richardson. But you'll see some bigger sets come in against power formations. You'll see multiple players. Yeah, watch them in practice, and they're ready.
The dozer and the domino and the Superman.
They're ready to substitute on a dime, depending on the personnel changes McAlester makes.
I'll tell you this, Kenny, hearing those offensive numbers and seeing their scores, I wonder if McAllister's had some red zone issues or turnover issues, because it sounds like they moved the ball quite a bit with yardages to have 2 relatively low-scoring games. So I don't know that. Obviously didn't watch their games, but I wonder if that's not an issue that they've had and something maybe that we can capitalize on.
I will say their starting center, unfortunately, young man, good player, broke his leg on the final play a week ago.
Yeah.
And is out for the season. And they will start with a young man in their name, number 63, Creed Tribby, will be starting at the center position. Their quarterback's Caden Less now. He's pretty good. 5'11", 170, throws at 52%. 100 yards and a touchdown this year. And you got to watch Ethan Watkins, the running back, when they get the ball, as the senior, 7.1 per carry. Cougars put it on the tee at the right hash mark. Cougar football tonight, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. From Coy Ishto Stadium, Mitchell from the right hash at the 40 will be kicking with the wind blowing from the east at 8 miles per hour. Game time temperature 87 as we kick off week 2, game 3. Cougar special team fired up on the field, and we renew this great rivalry. The 97th meeting is just about to get underway as Mitchell, a false approach, now approaches the football. And here we go, a high kick, going to be caught at the 19, returned to the 25, to the 30, 35, 37-yard line. A pretty nifty return on the near boundary. That's Carter Lance.
Brought down by McGilbray.
So McAlester will start 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. First possession of the game with 11:55 to play in the opening quarter.
Initially had players there. Lance did a good job of making a guy miss and was able to get another 15 yards.
Malachi Rice, the big tight end, lined up to the right side. That's their power formation. Shotgun formation for Les now. Single setback on his hip to the right. They send a man in motion. That's Dustin Jacobson. They're going to hand off to Watkins running left, second level, 44, 40, close to the 45-yard line. Ethan Watkins slashing over the left side. A good gain on first down. He got 6. Straightforward football, just kind of brought him across. They shifted to the left side and ran to the power side. 2nd down and 4. The big guys for McAlester up front are Noah Leonardo, Gavin Mason, Creed Tribby, Landon Pingleton, and Sean Perkins from left to right. And they got a false start.
Take it.
Leonardo, 5'10", 225 lineman on the left side, left tackle, had a false start. That pushes him back 5. to the 39.
Yeah, Kenny, I'm not sure that this bottom receiver didn't have the tackle covered either.
Trip receivers, 2 to the boundary side, the far side. Ball on the left hash mark. A single coverage with Lindsey out here on the right. Deontay, 4 interceptions in 2 weeks. They run it up inside with some power football, and Watkins, elusive, got away from Marr. You don't see that often, but
good job by Cord making the tackle down the field.
Watkins has some pretty nifty feet to get a first down up to the 48-yard line. He got 9. Fisher shot the gap tray, was in the backfield, but Watkins a nice move to slip through Fisher Marr. What a start to the season by Marr. Offensively, he scored 3 touchdowns, and he's averages 13.5 tackles and has 1 interception in his first 2 games of the season.
Let's keep it going.
Ball to 48. Rolling left is Les now, wants to throw, being chased. Now fire to the sideline, incomplete. Good pressure by Will Johnson. He kind of disrupted the timing of the quarterback Les now.
Fisher was also out there.
So they throw on first down.
That surprises me.
Make it 2nd and 10. I think that's something Ada may have to do occasionally tonight. Just some quick ones just to kind of loosen up that strong defensive front by McAlester. We'll see when they get the football. 2nd down and 10 for McAlester. And Ada defense has been stingy, allowing 7 points in 8 quarters this year.
Playing 3 middles here, Kenny, with Stipe in with Eminem and Xander back in at the star.
Trips left. Last now fakes left. Now rolls right. Got a little bit of pasture out here, and he's going to be grabbed, though, by Fisher Marr. He didn't miss that tackle. As coming to the right side. Les now wanted to throw left. Cougars covered it well. They had trips to the left. One little bubble it looked like out there. He put the football down and went to the 8 of 49 before Marr made a solo tackle.
Yeah, good job there by Fish.
Stayed home. 3rd down and 7. They give Les now 3. Big 3rd down play for the Cougars. Last week they were sensational. Ardmore only 2 of 17 on 3rd down a week ago. Can the Cougs get off the field? 49-yard line, 8 of territory. False start against McAlester. The right side jump that time. That was dual players jumping. That moves it back to the McAlester 46. And that makes a 3rd and 7 turn into a 3rd and 12 for the Buffaloes.
And just like us, that's a situation they don't want to be in. 3rd and long.
See if the Cougars can get a little pressure. You'd think they would pass the football, but you got to watch Watkins as he's in the game because he's pretty elusive in space. They got 2 guys in the slot to the left stacked. Same thing to the right. Single setback. Les now back to pass. Looking, steps up in the pocket. Ryan's chasing, Coyle chasing. Oh, and he got a man. That was a great play by Les now. Cougars almost had him. He stepped up in the pocket and lobbed it to Carter Lance inside the 40 at the Cougar 38 and a first down.
Yeah, that was a good throw on the run and good catch by Lance. I think Kamari got in on that tackle.
So they convert 3rd and 12 with a gain of 16 from their own 46 to the 8 of 38. 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes. They're 2nd on this initial drive. 9:34 to play opening quarter. No score from Coisto. 4 receivers in formation. That go up inside, got a big hole. 25, 23-yard line.
Chase Bailey and I believe that was Carlock.
They just handed off up the middle and got a quick hitter to Jordan Clark, who came in. And he's all the way inside the 25, going to mark it at the 8 of 24-yard line, a gain of 14. So they bring that Clark's first carry, 6 foot 175 and a sophomore. Buffaloes back-to-back first downs on back-to-back plays. Les now in the pocket is going to be sacked by Will Johnson. It'll be about
on top of it.
A 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 12 or 1st and 20, but Will Johnson beat his man that time as Les now stepped up from the Axe defensive end position. And Will made the nice play. Let's see if the Cougars take the penalty.
I'm sure they will.
They will take the penalty to move it back.
3-man rush got there, Kenny. That's I like that.
Move it back to the 34-yard line. But it'll be 1st and 20. Have they thrown Deontay Lindsey's way yet?
No. He doesn't have any picks.
Had, of course, the 89-yard official electrifying return last week in the 4th quarter. Has 4 picks in 2 games. He's got man-to-man coverage on Carter Lance on the near right side, which is the far side of the field. Ball's on the left hash mark. Les now hands it off up inside. Watkins dancing inside the 30. Eli Justice at the 28-yard line. Watkins got 6. And he averages 7 yards a carry. McAlester, as a team, can they rush it well? Seasoned offensive line. And they've made the state championship game back-to-back years. Came up short in Class 5A. 2nd and 14. They've had the ball since the opening kickoff. 8:14 to play in the opening quarter. Trip receivers left, a single to the right. Lindsey again locked in man coverage over here. Les now hands it. Watkins up inside, and he's got to the 20. A good tackle to save more yardage. Fisher Marr hung on at the 20-yard line. 8 more on the run by Watkins.
They've managed to get out of several situations here, Kenny, where they had a long to go and got out of it.
Got him again. They give him officially 7, not 8. 3rd and 7. Cougars need a stop. Shotgun. Les now rolling left, looking, throwing to the wide open man in the end zone. Cougars blew the coverage. Touchdown, McAlester. Cougars blew some coverage on the far side, and that's, see, Bumpus. Yeah, Braden Bumpus, the touchdown of 21 yards. And McAlester, pretty methodical on their first drive, leads the Cougars 6-0, 7:31 to play in the opening quarter. They had trips to that side. We'll watch the replay in a minute on our own, of what I'm saying. We'll watch the replay to see kind of what happened to the coverage there. As they had trips out there, the 2 guys bid up, Trey, it looked like, and then they had a guy that slipped behind him in the end zone.
Offsides on 8. It looks like that's going to change the play call for McAlester. They're going to go for 2.
The Cougars jump, and they'll bring in the 2-point team. 6-zip McAlester. 3 penalties all on McAlester on that drive, but they overcame them. A 9-play drive of 62 yards.
Yeah, they just had 2 over there, Kenny. Had the inside guy running an out route, and the outside guy just ran a fly.
Not a miscommunication in the secondary, so a touchdown. That was Lesnau's 2nd touchdown pass of the season, and they will go for 2. Looks like they got Watkins, that number 10 Watkins in the Wildcat. Takes the snap, runs left, cuts it inside, didn't get it. Cougars stuffing.
Fisher and Stipe.
So the Cougars stop the 2-point try. McAlester takes the opening kickoff, goes 62 yards in 9 plays. They lead the Cougars 6-zip, 7:31 to play in the opening quarter. Cougar football, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Welcome back to Coyisto Stadium. 6-0 McAlester. Good job by the Cougars stopping the 2-point conversion. Trailing by 6, 9 plays, 62 yards, and they took 4 minutes, 29 seconds off the clock. Did it on the ground and through the air, efficient for McAlester. Now the Cougars have their first chance to touch the football after the McAlester kickoff.
Yeah, it's interesting, Kenny. I don't know if we're in a media timeout. I thought we were the media. The Cougars were running out on the field, and the official came over and said, stay here.
Well, since it's media, we'll tell you this. Cougar football brought to you in part by Ada Nissan, Great Plains Kubota, Wild Rose Place, Hilltop Dodge, First United Bank, T&W Tire, Classic Cake, Landrum ENT, Vision Bank, Chickasaw Travel Stop, Simmons Bank, Laser Zone Family Fun Center, Carter County Dodge and Hyundai, Don Carpenter State Farm Insurance, Vision Bank, and Fenton Ford. Big event coming up at halftime. The Ada Girls Golf State Championship rings will be presented. We're going to carry that for you.
Kenny, I saw a couple of those up at the cookout, and they're big. We may be able to see them from up here. Got a good chance to repeat this year as well.
Trenton Greer, kicker, will place it on the tee. He'll be kicking from north to south.
And that's the only thing he is listed at on their roster as a kicker, and he wears 57.
Yeah. Must be a childhood favorite number.
Yeah, I don't know. Parents' number, dad's, uncle, something maybe.
Deontay Lindsay, LaKeven Richardson at the 10-yard line, set to retrieve. Hopefully the kick from Greer. Ada offense a chance to touch the football here.
Looks like he may be a toe kicker.
Yeah, kicks a high kick, fair caught by Eli Justice, 32-yard line. So Ada will start in pretty good field position. They do not kick it deep to the speedsters of Ada. And the Ada offense, Dawson Matthews left tackle, Isaiah Hayden left guard, Makir Sanusi at center, Kel Fuller right guard, Will Johnson right tackle. Brock Boyles a quarterback.
They actually marked us at the 31, Kenny.
Xander Rhines the running back. Cord Coffey a tight end, Fisher Moore the fullback, and here we go. We'll set the receivers in a moment. Looks like LaKeven and Deontay. Shotgun for Brock. Karan Richardson in there at running back gets the first carries. He gets the first snap tonight and gets a power run across the 35-yard line to the 36. Good surge on first down. And Karan showed his power up inside. He got 5.
Yak, yak, yak.
We're going to talk about that a lot in this young man's career. And Cougar just ran basically the same play McAlester ran on their first play. They put the running back beside the quarterback off his hip and kind of slant him across that tackle on the left side.
2nd and 5 opens up the playbook.
Offensive line was really good. Colton Carlock in the game now at quarterback. Shotgun empty set for Colton. Look for a quarterback run. Takes it, comes left, got a great block, 35-40, spins and gets close to a first down. Kel Fuller looked like Kel got out there and really did a good job of setting that up, Trey. McAlester sniffed it. They were starting to get up in the gap, but when you block them, it doesn't matter. And Colton got close to a first down. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Big play here, Kenny. Don't want to give the ball right back to McAlester.
Ball just outside the 40. As they mark it.
Yeah, it's on the 40.
There they go. They mark it right back to the 40. So they got to reach just outside the 41. Boyles back in. Richardson beside him. On 3rd down, 3-4 defense for McAlester. Again, they're tough up the middle. Boyle's going to throw it. A quick out pattern. He missed his man. On 3rd and short, a miscommunication with LaKeven out here on the left side.
Wrong page there.
Well, like the thought. Just a quick one to LaKeven. He was open if he stops. And I don't know which one was the miscommunication, but it ends up 4th down for Ada. And Brock Boyles will go back in punt formation.
For your Cougars, Brock Boyles in punt formation.
Boyles has done a good job handling the kicking for Ada. Give you his numbers in just a moment. He stands at his 28-yard line. One man back for McAlester. Boyles goes right, hits a low kick that hits and takes a Cougar bounce inside the 30, inside the 25, and will roll dead at the 24-yard line. 36 yards, no return. So McAlester will take over. So a little unfortunate because Ada moved it well in the first 2 plays. And one of the keys to this game, Trey, is mixing it up a little bit.
Yep.
And the element of surprise, throwing it on 3rd down and 1. Love the call. I mean,
had the call.
Just miscommunicated. A little miscommunication. So now the Ada defense, after giving up a touchdown, on their 2nd touchdown in this game number 3, only giving up 3.5 points a game through 2, need to try to stiffen on this McAlester drive. I expect Coach Shamley making a few adjustments.
More of a base defense in here, Kenny.
I
say that, no jack linebacker.
And they really really spread the field. 4 receivers in formation. They hand it off up inside. Nope, they fake it. Lasnow keeps it, and he's chased down on the perimeter. Colton Carlock didn't go for the fake. I did, but Colton didn't, and Lasnow gained 2 up to the 26.
Yeah, good fake there by Lasnow. Good job by Carlock staying home.
Looks like McAlester really trying to spread the field out and then maybe pop some run game up. A little more space for their guys. When they do something like that, Trey, what's the key defensively when you're spread out like that?
Tackle.
Maybe have more one-on-one opportunities in those situations.
Yep.
2nd down and 8, 26-yard line. Lasnow has Watkins on his right hip. Man in motion is Chapman, and there you go. The 4th McAlester penalty.
The inside slot receiver on the left acted like he was going to go in motion and then stopped. So far that we haven't been able to make him pay, and that's something we got to do, Kenny. Looks like the way Coach is talking to Lasnow, maybe it was on him trying to. Pemberton's the one that got called for the flag, but Coach went right to Lasnow, so maybe he did something wrong on signaling the motion.
Ball now resting at the 21-yard line in McAlester territory. 34, the line to gain for a first down. First quarter, 5:09 to play. McAlester leads 6-0. Les now again, just a veteran signal caller in the gun. Sprints right on the rollout. Throws it in the fight. We got a hold. No question. Cord Coffey is being held. We saw that one all the way. Pass is incomplete, but the right tackle, it looked like, had a hold of Cord Coffey as he was chasing the quarterback, and that's the call.
Kenny, one thing, I know they went down and scored, but one thing I like here is we're getting pressure with 3 on 5. They're spreading us out where our linebackers are having to. We did decline the penalty.
Yeah, because the pass was incomplete. So I like it. 3rd down and 13. Got them backed up at their own 21-yard line. Cougars defense trying to get off the field. Eli Justice comes in. Subs for.
Going to take Stipe out. So you got 2 stars in now. So this would be kind of a dime defense, Kenny. Stars are kind of a quasi-DB.
4 receivers deployed, empty backfield. The man goes in motion. Les now steps up, hurls one downfield, and he overthrew Lance. Carlock was out there in coverage.
Got a piece of it, I think, too, Kenny.
Carter Lance had just got about a half step behind Carlock, who came over, though, and like Trey said, got a piece, and the Cougars defense gets off the field. That's a good stand.
Yep.
So Ada will get it back. And LaKeven Richardson goes back to his 40-yard line. 4:58 to play from the 21-yard line. Is that Les now, I believe, the quarterback?
Yep.
Back in punt formation at his 11. They spread the field with 4 receivers out of punt formation. Just stay home. Les now puts a high short kick up. Just get away from it. That one's bleeding, and it bounces over midfield and goes out of bounds. And the Cougars have turned the playing field around with the defensive stop. They're going to mark it out of bounds.
49, I believe.
Yeah, they got it back at the 47, trying to figure it out. But Ada's going to take over. We'll mark it in just a moment. They're going to mark it back up at the 46-yard line.
I guess. Just keep walking.
There they go. I thought it was like the 49.
They don't know.
I'm like you, Trey.
No, they're going to go all the way back to 45.
Wow. All right. Cougar offense for the second time. Colton Carlock will start at quarterback on this possession. Empty backfield. Is that Brendan Riddle is the up back or the fullback? Trip receivers to the right side. Fisher Morrow, one of them, right in the middle of, look like Deontay and LaKeven. I believe on the right side. Can't get a number. Yeah, it is LaKeven. They're going to throw a quick bubble to LaKeven, and it's a backwards pass. He bobbles it, picks it back up, gets loose, 45. Oh, LaKeven. Some excitement after he dropped it, but it was a backwards, so it goes a run, I'm assuming, Trey.
Yep, that's a run.
And he got up to the 49, made something almost look disastrous, got 4 yards.
And Kenny, I don't know that was backwards. I think the fact that he turned around to catch it made it look like it was.
Makes it 2nd and 6. Ball at the 49-yard line again. The Cougars empty out the backfield. Riddle at the
That ball went out of bounds
sniffer.
at the 49, Kenny.
Yeah, Carlock got to run left. No blocking out here, but he got free to the corner 50, 45, 40. Down the boundary. His end zone is in. His future touchdown. Colton Carlock and the Ada Cougars. Oh, it's a one-man show on the perimeter. He had 0 blocking on this side as 3 McAlester Buffalo chased him, and Colton took it to the house. 51 yards and a Cougar touchdown.
As one of my favorite radio announcers, Matt Pinto, would say, chicken salad out of chicken something else.
Woo. What a run by Colton. Down the near boundary. 51 yards, electrifies the Cougar crowd. Fisher Marvel snap it. Case Stafford will hold it. Mitchell's going to boot it through the uprights. And we got that replay.
Missed it.
Missed it. Tie game. Oh, went off to the left. Only a second miss. Tie game at 6. If you got the replay up, let's go ahead and keep it right here as Colton Carlock takes it to the house on a 51-yard touchdown run. 2 plays, 51 yards. Let's see it again. Let's see it again by Colton Carlock.
Ball went out of bounds at the 49, Kenny.
Yeah, Carlock got to run left. No blocking out here, but he got free to the corner 50, 45, 40. Down the boundary. His end zone is in. His future touch. Trey Kinley, 2 plays, 51 yards, 40 seconds. As Colton Carlock, and there was blocking on the inside on the play, but when I meant there was no, he was outmanned. He had 3 McAlester Buffaloes once he got to the edge, and somehow just eluded them. And then Colton showed some great speed down the boundary.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to make the corner. Great job by Colton, stepping out of the ankle tackle and turning upfield. Kenny, I will say I mentioned that we lost 4 yards on the punt. We gained 4 yards on the backwards pass that was forward about 2 yards.
That set up the Colton Carlock touchdown.
Yep.
Hey, how you like the diversity early by Ada? They showed a little bit of this against Ardmore, but slowly the playbook evolving.
Yeah, and that was Colton's first pass of the year, too, on that first play. And I know it was ruled a backwards pass and a run, but that was the first time he's thrown the ball all year. I'm assuming they're thinking run all the way, Wildcat, and it didn't turn out that way.
PAT no good. Mitchell had missed one, but it was a 35-yarder because of a penalty last week. That one just didn't make it. Was off to the left. They'll tee it up from the 40-yard line to kick it off. Tie game at 6, 4:11 to play in the first quarter. Cougars, a huge play. Mitchell's kick is high and deep, going to be retrieved, and Lance Lowe almost touched it and let it go out of bounds. As the east wind kind of caught it, blew it out of bounds on the near side, and so McAlester will take over. That's the first penalty against the Cougars, I believe, that's came out.
Yes.
So McAlester, if he joined us late, at the opening kickoff, went 9 plays and 62 yards. Missed the 2-point conversion. After an Ada punt, they held McAlester. They punted. Ada got the football, and Colton Carlock electrified the Cougar partisan down below with a 51-yard touchdown run. 35-yard line is where the ball will be marked to start for McAlester. Cougars have Kel Fuller in there at a linebacker position. You got Coffey in there as well on the defensive line. J.B. Coyle, Makir Sanusi on the right, or is that Dawson? Dawson Matthews now over there on the right side. So trying to stay fresh with the rotation of bodies.
This is the domino. 4 down plus a jack on the line.
Power formation to the right. Twin receivers left. Ball on the left hash mark. They hand it to Watkins. Cord Coffey says, I'm going to have a little lunch. Coffey, the first to arrive, it appeared, as he shot through from the left side and is ate up Ethan Watkins that time for a 2-yard loss.
Our defensive line is doing a great job holding their own against this McAlester offensive line. Back to a base defense here. Brought a star in, and another safety back in, Chase Bailey in.
This Cougar team has been amped all week. Great week of practice.
I'm sure both these teams have.
Yeah. 2nd down and 12. Twin receivers to the near side, the left side. Ball on the right hash. Twins to the left, twins to the right also. Watkins up inside. He dances into no man's land. A host of Cougars got him as he approached the 35-yard line. Again, they spread the field tray and tried to run it up inside, and George Maddox and company buried Watkins. Watkins averages 7.1 yards per carry coming into the game. He rushed for a total of 247 in 2 games, 3 touchdowns. The Cougars again have McAlester behind the chains. 3rd and 10, a chance to get off the field. In a 6-6 first quarter game, we slide under the 3-minute mark. Each team a bye week next week heading into their respective district plays.
4 wide for McAlester, stacked on either side.
Shotgun, Watkins off the hip. Les now back, up in the pocket. Cord's got him at the 30. Cord Coffey pinning his ears back. Eats up the quarterback for a 5-yard loss. McAlester will put a foot in the punt.
34 and 54 met in the middle there, Kenny.
Boy, the front group for Ada.
You
mentioned it, getting some pressure.
They're getting pressure 3 on 5. It's impressive.
Ball back at the 29-yard line, officially a 6-yard loss on the sack by Coffey. LeKeven at his 41-yard line. Les now will punt it in a 6-6 game in the first quarter.
Watching Dan Cody down here on the 25-yard line. He was excited about that one.
Felt like Colgate. Les now, good kick.
Let it go.
Yeah, over LeKeven's head. It's going to be a dandy.
Yep.
Inside the 20.
Get away from it now.
Inside the 15. and it's going to roll all the way down, Trey, to the 12-yard line.
Kick. That's what you get with those rugby punts, Kenny, that if you can turn it over like that, when it lands, it's going to go. But he did a good job kicking it away from LeKeven. It landed on, I'm going to say, about the 30-yard line on the number on the field and didn't go out of bounds. It went upfield.
59 yards and no return. So McAlester turns the field around with a great punt by Caden Lesnow. Now the Cougars back on the field for the second time, 3 and out. 9 yards and then missed it on third down on the first possession. Then 2 plays, 51 yards, and a touchdown on their second possession. Boyles in the gun. LeKeven in motion. Takes it, jet sweep. Running right. Riddle out front blocking. LeKeven cuts it back up inside. Good cut. I was watching this in practice, and the coaches are encouraging it on that jet sweep. When you see something, get going north and south. Make that cut back upfield. LeKeven saw it, cut upfield, got 5.
2nd and 5 again.
Again, this has been a multiple Ada offense in this run game. $1:20 to play. First quarter tied at 6. Richardson comes to the left side. Single receiver out right is, I think, is Stafford. They hand it up inside on a run game, and we got a flag that usually comes for
hold
a hold.
Or a face mask, not sure.
Cougars try to run it off tackle with Karan Richardson. And let's see what happens on this. Yep. Pfeiffer Mitchell, one of their stud linebackers, made the tackle, holding against the Cougars. Pfeiffer Mitchell has 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, averages 11 tackles a game through 2 games. Their other linebacker on the inside of Will Spears, Trey, averages 13.5 tackles. Similar numbers, to the M&M boys for the Cougars. They'll take the penalty on the hold by Ada. It'll be 2nd down and 15. They moved it back toward that 7-yard line.
Yes.
Got to reach just outside the 22. And the official stop play now with a minute to play. The wind still blowing pretty much out of the east across the field. Cougars moving south to north in a 6-6 tie at another packed house.
Yeah, very, very impressive McAlester contingent as well. I don't know what we're doing here.
Case Stafford will come to the left side, and he'll be joined out here by Kamari Richardson. Ball in the middle of the field. They're to the near side of the field, and now they're going to back it up to the 6-yard line. They're figuring out some basic math on this Friday night.
Well, the hold was not behind the line of scrimmage, so I don't know how we're backed up.
So Richardson in the pistol behind Boyles in his own end zone. Brock takes it, looking to pass, throws it out in the flat, caught, 10, 15, 17, good putt, good play. Yeah, Case, sure hands to get him out of the shadow of their end zone, Trey, up to the 18-yard line. That's a nice play on.
Absolutely.
So Stafford for a dozen off the arm of Brock Boyles. Boyles came in 8 of 21, 89 yards, 2 TDs, 3 interceptions on the year.
3rd and 4 is very manageable, Kenny.
12-yard pass play to Case. I've been watching Brock in practice this week. And
Fisher split out wide right here.
Yep, he was in that middle of that formation earlier. Got trips that way. That Colton in the gun. Takes it, going to run left, trying to cut it up inside, dancing, and that time didn't get to the marker. McAlester
24.
Able to get over there. Is that, you say 24, Jay?
He got up to the 24. Or, I'm sorry, 19.
So he got 1, and the Cougars will have to pump, but not before the quarter comes to a close. 1 quarter in the books. This great rivalry has lived up to it through 1. It's 8-6, McAlester 6, the second quarter. And your Mick Cowan trivia question around the corner. This is Cougar football, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Well, a dandy first quarter, tied at 6. Ada faces 4th and 3 from their own 19. We change directions. Ada will be going north to south with the punt here, Trey Kinley.
Yeah, unfortunately, into the wind, but maybe we can get a rugby-style punt here, too, to turn it over and get a bounce. But I like what we did on the drive. I like the possession reception for Case Stafford. Turns it up, gets 12 yards out of it, out of the end zone. So nothing to hang your hat on that possession. Had a holding call that set us back, but still get to 3rd and 4. Manageable. Unable to execute there on 3rd down, but I like what I'm seeing so far.
Brock will punt the football. You got Mick Cowan trivia in a moment. We'll put it up here in just a moment at some point.
We can go ahead and put it up right now. So Ada looking to go 3-0 for the first time since 2012, 11 years ago. The team led by Wyatt. What was his name? Robson. Easton Pingleton, one of the best offenses in the history of Ada. Question tonight is, how many times has Ada started the season 3-0? Text your answers to Trey at 580-495-9099.
Boyles punts. He averaging 4 punts, 29.3 yards coming into the game. It's his second punt of this night, and his kick is blocked. Partially blocked and goes out of bounds in front of the Ada bench. Cougars had a breakdown, and they're going to mark it at the 27-yard line in Ada territory. So officially, will go as an 8-yard punt.
Took a little bit too much time on that one. I don't know who got their hand in, but they got up high.
So McAlester at the Ada 27, the first real mistake by either club at this point.
They missed the spot on that one too, Kenny. That went out at about the 25.
Well, we needed that. We were due that one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, just 4 yards. All right, Cougar defense needs to bow its neck. McAlester in their white unis. Cougars in that 3-4 defense, locked man-to-man on the corners. Les now the quarterback, takes the snap, going to hand it off up inside. Nope, fake it, trying to keep it to the corner. Rhines has great speed, and Rhines throws him to the ground. Xander Rhines, the 400-meter state champion, was not going to be outran to the corner as he stayed home was the key there and ran down the quarterback.
Great job there by Xander. Dealt with hands to the face, wasn't called. Obviously, we can't see it from up here. Probably just a good attempt at a stiff arm, but Xander fought through it and made the tackle.
2nd and 11 after they faked it up inside to their running back on first down, Jordan Clark, who is still in the game to the left of Les now. Trip receivers left. Les now play action. Throws a slant to Deontay trying to get around and did a great job defensively. Pass incomplete.
Hey, he had him beat. Deontay closed on the pass there. Great job. Initially, the receiver had inside position on him, but great recovery there by Deontay.
Jackson Lowerman, their leading receiver, tried to haul that in. He's caught 5 for $126 and 2 touchdowns this year.
3rd and long again, Kenny.
This is big because they took the ball at the Ada 27-yard line after the partially blocked punt that only went 8 yards. Now the Ada defense, after giving ground on the first drive, it's been stingy since. Can they get off the field? Probably 4-down territory for the Buffaloes. From the 28, trip receivers left, a single to the right. They're going to fake the handoff. Les now keeps it, 25-20, first down to the 16, 15-yard line. And we got a flag late. Probably, we'll see.
I don't have any idea.
Les now was finally caught at the 16-yard line on 3rd and long. Made a nice, just kind of that, RPO. Put it up, took it out of the belly of the running back, and then ran the football right. Showed his athleticism. Then Yella came out at the 16-yard line.
They're probably going to call Kamari for a late hit, but I don't agree.
6-6 game, 11:02 to play in the second quarter. And it will go against the Cougars, a personal foul. And it'll move it half the distance.
That's a bad call, Kenny.
Yeah, I didn't see much over there.
Kamari hit him, but Lesnow spun out of Carlock's tackle, and if Kamari hadn't hit him, he wouldn't have gone down.
So at the 8-yard line, 1st and goal for McAlester. J.B. Coyle lines up, motions his team to get ready. He's over the nose. McAlester with a power formation, although they do send twin receivers to the near side. They got big Dustin Jacobson lined up as their fullback to the left. They hand it off up inside to Watkins, and he dances inside. Fisher Marr and company, and along with
Cale Fuller.
Cale Fuller stayed in there and got the tackle. At the 5-yard line, Watkins got 3, slashing his way. 2nd and goal for McAlester.
Going quick.
Yep, McAlester quickly to the line of scrimmage. Cougars get set. Les now takes the snap. Watkins again, gets outside, looking for the end zone, touchdown. just showed some power that time. The Cougars hit him about the 2-yard line, but he lowered his shoulder. That time the Cougars gave McAlester the short field after the partially blocked punt, and the Buffaloes lead it 12-6.
Wonder if they'll go for 2. Probably not, since they're up 6. Or up 6. Since we failed to convert as well.
A 5-yard touchdown run by Watkins. His 4th touchdown of the season. At the 10:35 mark. They started at the 27-yard line. And they will go for 2. And it's 12-6 lead, and we got Ada going to use a timeout. We'll take one, too. 10:35 to play in the second quarter. McAlester 12, 8-6. This is Cougar football, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. 10:35 to play in the second quarter. The Cougars used a timeout before McAlester attempt for what looks like to be a 2-point conversion. Two good football teams going at it. McAlester leads it 12-6. Ball at the 3-yard line. Each team missed their points after touchdown on their first quarter touchdowns. McAlester will go for 2 again.
That Watkins?
Yep, he's in the Wildcat. Look, and they got a power formation, man
False
in motion
start,
right to
guard.
left. Yep. And that'll push him back to the 7-yard line to start this. 7-8-yard line.
Should be at the 8. Nah, we're going to kick it.
So they bring their kicker on, so that'll be a 25-yard extra point.
It's been an eventful PAT night.
Trenton Greer. Well,
pretty good sized kid.
Ball in the middle of the field at the 15-yard line. This has been a long point after touchdown, and this one's up, and he splits the irons, and McAlester has a 7-point lead, 13-12 on the PAT by Greer. 10:35 to play, second quarter. McAlester 13-8-7. Tonight's broadcast at KADARadio.net, streaming live as a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation.
Welcome back to Coisto Stadium, Norris Field, home of the East Central Tigers and the Ada Cougars.
Boy, Tigers lost a crusher in here last night.
Yeah.
17-0 at half, 17-3 I think going to the fourth, and 17-3 at the minute 11 left. Got beaten overtime. What a tough one to go bounce back. Cougars in a battle here with the third-ranked team in Class 5A. Cougars this week number 10, Trey in 4A. 13-6 McAlester after that 5-play short field 27-yard drive, capped off by an Ethan Watkins touchdown run of 5 yards. If the Cougars can get their offense back in rhythm here, and the last possession, the field position switched.
Yeah.
The punt went 59 yards, and then Ada, it stayed that way after the block punt. That kind of is what that punt began to set things up.
That and the long third down conversion, it's the second one of the night.
Greer, a high kick, fair catch. Eli Justice hauls it in, good field position, 34-yard line. Back to
35.
Move it up to 35. So Eli, he's up in that position for a reason. He's got good hands.
Yep.
Hold that in. So Ada with good position, 35-yard line, down 7.
Kenny, I will give an update. Had 2 Cougs have procedures done this week. Owen Walford yesterday. Procedure went well. He's at home recovering, probably watching the game. Shout out to Owen. And then this morning, old cauliflower ear, Jake Bohannon had a successful surgery as well. Wish them both speedy recovery.
Cougars from the left hash mark in their own territory, moving from north to south. Richardson off the hip. The Boyle's going to throw deep downfield for Deontay. He's all tied up with the defensive back as they both make a play on the ball. It's incomplete. 1-on-1 out here. They took a shot. Eli Chapman in coverage. 6'2", 190 senior defensive back. I like the shot. That one went incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a little bit of miscommunications. Deontay ran to the inside. Brock kind of threw it to the outside, but good ball. Good coverage.
Carter Colombe checks into the game for the Cougars on 2nd and 10. He'll come to the near side of the right side. Cord Coffee tied into the left. Riddle in the slot to the right. Boyles sends a man in motion. LeKeven gets it on the jet to make it Colomb on the sweep. 35, nifty move.
That's LeKeven.
Yeah, it is LeKeven. I couldn't tell if it was 8 or 6. And LeKeven, Carter was out in front blocking LeKeven.
Perron had a good block, too.
That's a good gain. Got 5 to the 40. That play's been successful. LeKeven's got some speed, and then
I'd like to see a misdirection on that, Kenny, coming back the other way.
I saw it in practice yesterday. So you're making a prophetic call here. They had that going a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see it later. From the 40-yard line, 3rd down and 5 for Ada. Boyles takes the snap. Screen over the middle, and we got a flag as they let them through trying to set up the screen, and there was nothing there in the middle. And Ada's got a hold, and McAlester will probably decline.
I assume.
And that's one of those plays it's designed to let the lineman come through and then try to pop that middle screen. So they do decline it, incomplete pass, and Ada going to probably be content to punt it, try to turn the field around, and just be patient. Down 13-6, 9:46 to play in the second quarter. This is where I really appreciate coaches have been doing this for a while. You want to always have a tendency maybe to go for something or whatever, but this is sometimes a game of field position and a game of patience. Boyles at his 28-yard line awaits a snap from Fisher-Marr. No pressure, and he got a great kickoff to the right, but we got a flag. Cougars' false start. Moves it back to the 35. So Boyles will have to do it again. Buffaloes on top by 7. Ethan Watkins.
While I reline us up, I'll remind you of the McCowan trivia question. How many times have the Cougars started 3-0 in the history of the program?
So Boyles again, 10 yards back in punt formation, takes the snap, rushes on, line drive kick, and it hit Deontay in the back at the 43-yard line. He's probably going to get another 10 yards out of it.
At least.
And there's a line drive kick, hit Deontay in the back at the 43, only a 22-yard punt. So the field position not turned around. McAlester takes over their own 42, officially 23-yard punt, and they mark it at the 42-yard line. So now the Ada defense needs to come out and flex here, down by 7, 13-6. I set them for you. Got Kamari Richardson, left corner. Deontay on the right corner. Across the fronts, Cord Coffee, J.B. Coyle, and Will Johnson. M&M boys in the middle. Maddox and Marr. You got Rhines and Riddle.
Stipe in the middle as well.
Yeah, Stipe in there and Riddle not in right now. You got Carlock at a safety position out there along with Chase Bailey. They're going to hand it off inside and to the 46-yard line as they hit Jordan Clark up on a quick hitter. So Clark got 4. 2nd and 6 for the Buffaloes. Teams all across the state will open district play in the next couple of weeks. A lot of them next week. Some will start in.
Now, district play shouldn't start till 2 weeks.
That's right. It's officially this week 2, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. That week 0 makes a mess in my mind. 2nd down and 6 from the 46-yard line. 4 receivers deployed. They throw a slant and it's
wide
caught.
Open. Bailey and Lindsey on the tackle.
They had 4 receivers deployed. They threw it to the inside guy, got to the 42-yard line. Is that number 0, which is not on the roster?
Yes, it is. It's coach's kid.
Maisie, Casey Washington.
I assume it's coach's kid.
Yep. To the 42. Got a dozen. I got a case in Washington Maisie, it looks like, but no number beside him. I'm assuming that's probably number 0.
Yes, sorry.
42-yard line.
Fix your spot chart.
Again, 4 in formation. Les now rolls right, fires one downfield, pass incomplete. Double coverage.
Nice throw, though.
Kamari and Bailey. Yeah, he was only in a place where only the receiver could haul that in. They kind of had a sandwich on the receiver out there on the far side. Pass goes incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Intended for that Maisie again?
No, that was,
8.
I believe, Cleveland.
Number
Williams.
8.
Yep.
They got some of those numbers.
They're hard to see.
A little hard to differentiate. An 8 and a 0 out there, but I see it now. Cleveland Williamson. 2nd down and 10. Ball still rests at the 8:42 with 8:30 to play in the second quarter. McAlester by a touchdown, 13-6. Again, they spread the field. Les now hands it up inside to Watkins, 40, 35, 34-yard line. Just picked his way behind a big offensive line. Maddox over there, Fisher Marr. But an 8-yard run by Ethan Watkins on 2nd and 10 sets up a third and very manageable for McAlester from the 8-34, 3rd and 2.
Fisher and George are getting the tackles, but they're getting them deep.
Big play, 3rd down and 2. Les now. Barks gets the call, hands to Watkins, 1st down and more, 2nd level, 27-yard line, spun around to the 25. He got spun backwards and did a 360 and spun back upfield. He got a big gain to the 24-yard line. He got 10. Kelton Stipe in on the play. Right now, McAllister's got the running game going again. That's what they want to do, and they do it out of a spread formation with 4 receivers most of the time and just try to get helmet on helmet up inside. Brennan Riddle checks in late for the Cougars. Les now going to roll left, looking downfield, throws an out pattern incomplete. Rolling left, throwing against his body from Maisie. Ryan's in coverage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Somehow they don't have a first down there, Kenny. I don't know where my stats went.
What are you looking for?
No, it's right. 1st and 10 on the 24, now 2nd and 10. I
Got
got off somewhere.
Watkins, a 10-yard run from the 34 to the 24, gave him the first down.
Yep.
So now it's 2nd and 10. McAlester up to the line of scrimmage. Again, this time 3 receivers right, 1 left. Les now.
I'll start again.
Yep, that'll move him back 5. So the Cougars going to get him behind the chains.
Flag on the play. Indication is false start against.
That'll move him back to the 29-yard line. Big play there for Ada, so it puts him 2nd and 15. Got to try to get off the field. Again, last week Ada really good, and this season really good on 3rd down. Struggled a little bit here in the first half against McAlester. They made some big plays on 3rd down and long. And why is that a 4-yard penalty?
Because they're...
It's a 4-yard penalty.
Yeah.
My goodness. They moved it back to the 28-yard line. Oh, boy. All right, 2nd down. Twins left and right. Cougars dig in. Les now, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, fires, and he had a man wide open, but he dropped it. He got in between the backers and the safeties, and Carter Lance couldn't haul it in, Trey, but he's going to have a first down, but it would have came back anyway because McAlester was holding to protect their quarterback. I think you take it.
No.
Oh, it was 2nd and long, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. So you've got a hold.
Although it was in the backfield, Kenny, and that would have put him at the 43, so it would have been a big penalty. Again, Ada gets pressure with 3.
So 3rd down, can the Cougs get off the field here? The ball at the 28.
It's actually almost up to the 27 now.
It's just pick a spot and put the football down tonight. They need to reach the 8-14. 7:24 to play, second quarter, 13-6 McAlester.
It is on the 27 by the time he moves it forward.
Les now the quarterback. Man and empties it to the right. Les now back to pass. Those, he's being chased. Wills got him, and he's hammered, intercepted, and almost and dropped. Oh, Kamari almost made a big play, but they put the hammer on Les now. They flushed him again. The front 3 again. Into the backfield, they force a 4th down.
Yeah, Will did a great job there. Didn't get the sack, but hit Les Now's foot right as he was throwing it and kind of caused a wobbly one.
Someone hit Les Now as he threw it as well.
Oh, really?
After they grabbed his
I was
foot.
watching downfield, I'm going to be honest with you.
3rd down, or 4th down now. McAllister's going to use the timeout. We'll go ahead and keep this one right here.
That was Fisher Marr.
They got the quarterback?
Yeah.
McAlester leads at 13-6. Got anything on the Mick Cowan trivia question?
Still, I guess I scared people off last week. I'm not getting near as many responses. I've gotten an answer from Fisher's uncle, but he wasn't there. I'll give you guys a little hint. We had a shutout in 94, 95, 99, or started 3-0. 94, 95, 99, 2009, and 2012. But we started playing football in 1912. So there were quite a few in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 20s. So all time, how many times have the Cougars started 3-0? Text your answer to Trey at 580-495-9099.
Ada's 4A4 district. They'll be battling in here in a couple weeks. Features 3 top 11 teams right now in the state. Hilldale 11, Ada 10, Poto number 2, according to the Associated Press this week.
About what I expected, Kenny. Poto's to me the team to beat right now in the district until something happens. Hilldale, I don't think will be quite as good as they were last year. Lost that dynamic running back. Broken Bow's a little bit down. Medill's a little bit down.
Here we go, 4th down. Cougars trying to stop McAlester. They need 14. They send trips to the right. Les now looks left. Flushed out of the pocket. JB chasing, fires one back across his body, incomplete. JB Coyle had a beat on the quarterback and made him throw a duck back across his body, and it quacked its way down at the 25-yard line.
Half-flack.
Cougars force a turnover on downs.
That's big defensive stand there. Offense, let's get a couple first downs here. Brandon McClellan, you were, I would like to say we've started 75 of the 112 seasons 3-0, but that is, it's a little high.
Is it half that?
Almost.
There you go. I got a little bit for you guys out there from Trey. He's tough on that sometimes. Cougars trying to put a drive together, and they've had a little motion, pre-snap penalty. I don't know. Riddle was in motion, and they're patting Kel Fuller. Maybe Kel kind of flinched a bit the way he was being patted by his right tackle. You got Ashton Rowell in the game for the Cougars. Let's go ahead and set that offensive line as they come up. Moves it back to the 23-yard line.
Should be the 24.
Yeah. Ashton Rowell is the right tackle. Riddle comes in motion, sets up right. They go to Karan, cuts inside, 25, spins to the 27-yard line.
Almost got it back.
Power
got
football.
A late flag came in, Kenny.
We need 15. So a late flag, personal foul against somebody. McAlester. There you go. That'll turn the field around. So we got 4 on the run to the 27. Then a personal foul. We'll move it up. Should move to the 42-yard line, but I can't promise you. That's where it'll end up. So a dead ball, personal foul. It may end up
at the McAlester 42, the way this is going.
It's been a little bit dubious on the spot of the football. There we go. Got it right. 42-yard line. Good job. So a personal foul. So a first down by penalty for Ada. See if this kind of.
Assume that was a late hit, Kenny, where that came in and how it came in.
7:01 to play second quarter. 13-6 McAlester. Brock in the shotgun. Fakes to Xander. Throwing deep downfield for Deontay. He's got it. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5! Touchdown! Cougars! Oh, the old post! Boyles on target to Deontay Lindsay, who runs away from the defense. 58 yards. Hello, end zone. Cougars a point away from tying it up. Brock had plenty of time as he sat back in the pocket, and Deontay ran a pattern of perfection, Trey.
Same play as earlier, Kenny. Brock threw it to the outside. This time he did a good job leading Deontay towards the middle of the field where he could run away from the defender to make the catch, and turns into 6.
Trying to tie the game. Caden Mitchell's extra point is up, and it is no good. Wide left. So Caden's missed a couple. And the Cougars stay down 1 at 13-12. 6:47 to play.
Good job by Case Stafford there.
We'll go ahead and keep it right here and watch this beauty. Brock Boyle to Deontay Lindsay, striking for an Ada touchdown. Gun. Fakes to Xander. Throwing deep downfield for Deontay. He's got it. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5! Touchdown! Cougars! Showed some wheels, did he not? Young man showed some wheels, did he not, Trey Kinley?
Yeah, he did. And, again, kudos to Brock there. I get on Brock when I think he makes a bad throw. That was a great throw. Did a great job leading Deontay across the field. Instead of throwing it on the route he was on straight up the field, lets Deontay get some separation from the defensive back, and then did a good job running out of the guy tried to swipe his leg to trip him, and did a good job keeping his feet.
How about 2 plays, 72 yards in 22 seconds? Ada's first touchdown, 2 plays, 51 yards in 40 seconds.
Got another hurdle into the end zone from Mr. Lindsey. When I see that, it reminds me, he's trying to remind me to give him a shout-out for getting runner-up in the state track meet last year in the 300-meter hurdles.
Deontay's second touchdown receiving. He has a touchdown defensively on an 89-yard return. And Cougars down a point at 13-12 after the missed PAT. Tyler Walker will kick off from the right hash mark at the 40-yard line for Ada. As the Cougar offense showing some electrifying plays here. Walker's kick high and deep, a good one, going to be returned from the 19-yard line to the 25, 30, 35.
Block in the back.
40, and out of bounds to the 45.
Late tackle.
A good return from the 19 to the 45.
Oh, yeah, he's going to throw it from way over there.
A late tackle as Maisie returned it for 26 yards. It was a They tackled him out of bounds.
But he should have thrown that flag about 10 yards shorter for the block in the back on Kelton Stipe.
So McAlester will have good field position. The return went from the 19 to the 46, so a 27-yard return. The late hit will move it to Ada territory. Should move it to the Ada 41-yard line with 6:38 to play in the second quarter in a good football game. McAlester leads Ada 13-12, each team with 2 touchdowns.
That was a right call. Carlock rode him out of bounds, but it's frustrating.
Missing one up. Now they move it to the 39-yard line, so it's a 17-yard penalty.
After the penalty, the McAlester Buffalo will take it over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Okay. 39-yard line, first down from McAlester. Ada's defense is trying to stiffen. Watkins on the slant play off tackle, and Will Johnson from his right defensive end position. Just beautiful. That's execution. Just went right down the line of scrimmage and hopped on the back of Watkins from the backside. A 3-yard loss back to the 42.
Loss of 3. It'll be 2nd down, 13.
That's a good play by Will. Just sliding down the line of scrimmage. Will Johnson into this game. Had 3 tackles last week, 6 for the season. 2nd and 13 from the 42. Ada's 3-4 defense. Les now stays in the gun. Twin receivers left and right. He's standing at the Ada 47, takes the snap. Hands it to Watkins, got a big hole. Secondary, 45, slants outside 30, 25, 20. Down the boundary, stepped out of bounds. Got a big run by Ethan Watkins. Stepped out at the Ada 21-yard line. He got 21 yards and a first down for McAlester.
That'll be enough yardage for McAlester first down.
He got some good blocks. He did a lot of that on his own.
Yes. Where'd they mark him out here?
I thought they had him at the 21 initially. Now they move it back to the 22. So officially a 20-yard pickup by Ethan Watkins. Checking into the Cougar lineup, Braden McGilbray.
Safety.
1st and 10 for McAlester. Les now back, throws a fade pattern to the end zone, going to be overthrown. One-on-one coverage. Lindsey had the coverage out there on Lauerman, and pass toward the pylon when incomplete. They took a shot, 2nd and 10. So Ada's 2 scoring plays tonight, 51 and 72 yards.
Got a text from Gary Burden, a.k.a. Bingo. Graduated in the early 90s. Her daughter Mackenzie plays for softball for the Ada Lady Cougars. He says my questions are too hard.
That's a pretty tough one.
It is, but they're not all supposed to be gimmies. We already told him it was almost half of 70.
Minus 2nd down. And
way to stay home forward.
That time the Cougars defense disciplined. Helmet comes off.
Are you serious?
Going to call a personal foul against Ada.
And it's the guy way over here. It's not the guy that's standing there watching it.
They made the tackle, and I guess they got the helmet up high. After who made that tackle?
Cord was there initially.
Be a personal foul. Going to move from the 28 down to the 13. or the 23. They got him for a yard loss back to the 23. But the personal foul against the Cougars.
The Ada contingent is very happy with the call.
Moves it down to the 12-yard line. So McAlester knocking on the door. The Cougars bring that more of that power package defensively into the game. 5:39 to play in the second quarter. 13-12 McAlester. That's time they got two receivers deployed, a single left and a single right. Les now hands to Watkins. He's hammered. That time he could not get turned north and south. George Maddox popped him pretty hard before, as he approached the line of scrimmage, no gain.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
George read it right. Dawson Matthews in on the defensive line. Well, so far this game is what kind of, we thought it'd be a tussle tonight, and it has been. Ada's surprised a little bit with some big play. We knew they had that capability.
Hadn't seen it.
Just now it's shown itself tonight. So Les now again from the gun. Watkins off his hip to the right. Play action. Rolling right. Flag. Throw to the end zone. Deontay tips it away. Almost had his 5th interception.
I believe it's going to be a legal formation, Kenny. I don't think they had the right receiver was. Yeah, he was off the line. They had 3 tackles in on the right. No, they had a tight end. I don't know. Unless it's probably neutral zone.
Probably decline it. It'll be 3rd and 10 or 2nd and 15. Deontay had pretty good coverage. The receiver is behind him, but not in danger really behind him. It had to been a feathery, perfect pass. As Deontay had that 6'2 frame that knew he could get his hands on the football. Illegal motion. So they're going to move the football back.
If it's a false start, then play should have been blown dead.
Yep.
But
it moves it back to the 17. Replay 2nd down. That is the call. They let the play go through. That would have been interesting. That 80 interception there, something like that happened. They come back and play blown dead.
Yeah.
After they didn't blow it dead.
Yes.
So 2nd down. 4 receivers in
Looked
formation.
to me like they moved again there.
Little inside screen. Oh, Carter Lance gets leveled by Fisher Marr on the wide receiver screen. Fisher said, "Hello, Carter. My name's Mr. Marr." Leveled him at the 18-yard line.
Form tackle.
Woo. They're going to mark it at the line of scrimmage, the 17, but we're going to keep that here if you caught that one and look at that one again. They tried a little inside screen to the receiver as he comes back inside and watch Fisher in slow motion.
They throw the screen here, the outside receiver coming in. Brendan does a good job occupying, and then Fisher just absolutely form tackle, unloads right in the middle on Carter Lance, and then said thank you.
All your instant replays brought to you by our good friends down at Ada Nissan. Ada Nissan, great place to buy a new vehicle, and tell you what,
it's a bad place to run an inside screen.
Yeah.
You said they marked it at the 17, no loss.
No loss, make it. Line of scrimmage brings it 3rd down and 15. They got to need to reach the 2. 4:23 to play. First half, 13-12 McAlester. At halftime, we'll catch a little bit of the Ada band. Also,
that's a good spot, Kenny. He did the Les now threw him a little forward into the 17. That's where Fisher unloaded on him.
So 3rd down and 15. Cougars need to channel the excitement and be sound again on 3rd down. Single receiver near side of the left side. Ball on the right hash. Les now fakes to Watkins, throws over the middle, and it's caught for a McAlester touchdown. Ran a slant, and Carter Lance on a little slant at the goal line beat the Cougars, and McAlester bounces back after Lance got popped on the last play, catches a touchdown pass. McAlester back on top, 19-12.
He was a single receiver on that side, just ran a slant behind George and Fisher. Carlock was just a little bit late coming over, it looks like. Bailey had the deep coverage.
Extra point by Greer splits the Irons. 4:18 to play, second quarter. McAlester on top by 8, 20-12. This is Cougar football. Tonight's broadcast, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation.
Kenny, we have a winner.
Let's hear
Somebody
it.
that's put 2 through the program. Last year, the younger one, Caden Ballthrop. Stacy Russell finally got the right answer with 30. Again, most of those in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, but those teams counted too. The one that I thought people would get 29 because I didn't think they'd give Raymond Cox credit for that win in 22.
There you go. Our trivia question last week that stumped everybody.
Yep.
Buffaloes go 39 yards in 6 plays. And again, on a 3rd and long, they strike. And after the Ada had them behind the chains on a 17-yard touchdown pass to Carter Lance, the PAT makes it 20-12. 4:18 to play in the first half.
Questionable personal foul there. Eli again.
Eli, fair catch, 36-yard line. Or Ada will take over 1st and 10, 4:17 to play.
Plenty of time. Keep in mind, what I'd like to see here, Kenny, is about a 4-minute drive, a 2-point conversion, go in at 0-0, and then come out and get the ball in the second half.
That's right. Ada won the toss and deferred, so they will have the football. Plenty of time here. The Adas, again, when they've struck tonight, they've struck quick. Their 2 touchdown drives have totaled 1 minute and 2 seconds.
Yeah, I want a 4-minute drive.
Score and go for 2 and tie this game going to halftime. Yep. Boyle's in the shotgun. They bring Riddle to the right as the up back, and they're going to hand it off to Caron running right, looking for some running room, cuts back against the grain, against gang tackle. He managed a little bit out of
a yard out
nothing.
Of it.
Yeah, he had to cut back. They really cut him off coming right. He went back to the left and got a yard, 2nd and 9. Storming McAlester defense, Owen Russell, 6'3", 195 linebacker. Again, they're big guys in the middle. Will Spears and Pfeiffer Mitchell, 2 outstanding linebackers. Dustin Jacobson has been really good, 3 sacks from the nose guard position this year in 2 games. They had 12 sacks as a team against Broken Bow in week 0.
Wildcat here, Kenny.
Yep, Colton. We're going to, nope, it's Lakevian running left, and he's got nowhere to go and stayed on his feet and hurtled out of bounds far side. That time Lakevian got pushed to the sidelines. And they're going to call it, what, no gain or loss?
2-yard loss, I believe. Mark back to the 35.
So Ada behind the sticks. 3rd and 11. 3.5 to play up. Went out of bounds, so the clock stopped at the 3:32 mark. How's your AC working over there?
It's good.
Yeah, you get that set up just right for you.
Yes, sir.
Cougars down 8 at 20-12. Boyles in the gun. That's Rhines off his hip, and we've got a timeout, Ada.
Yeah, I think we had a late substitution there. May have been called for 12 men in the huddle if it would have gone on.
Remind you at halftime, we'll have your Ada Nissan instant replays and your drive recaps, your first half stats. We're also going to carry the state championship ring presentation / ceremony for the Ada Lady Cougar golf team. We took home the championship and got a lot back from that team as they head into the spring later on.
I don't want to say something wrong here, Kenny, but I think they got them all back.
Yeah.
I don't think they had a senior. If they did, I apologize.
Well, they work hard. I'm telling you, they're out working all the time and preparing and hungry.
Kenny, the only way you'd know that is if you were at the golf course.
I don't. What's golf?
Yeah. The only way you know a golf team's working hard is if you're at the golf course yourself. Just saying.
Just saying. Well, my golf game is beyond
working hard.
Working hard. Putt-putt fits me pretty well.
I've seen you putt.
Vacation, putt-putt golf. All right, 3rd down. Shotgun, Brock rolling right, got time. Sets up, gets a block from Xander. Now going to throw deep. Got a man wide open. Going to be a Cougar touchdown. No flag. LeKeven, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cougars. A broken play. And Brock kept it alive. And LeKeven was wide open. They sucked up to get Brock on the scramble. He was poised before he got to the line of scrimmage. And 65 yards later, it's pay dirt for the Cougars. 65 yards, and I'm telling you, this offense has struck again. Less than a minute, 59 seconds.
Ada going to go for 2 here, Kenny.
Down 20-18. What a play by the sophomore quarterback, Brock Boyles. Did not give up on the play. Scrambled right, got a key block to give him a little extra time there on the edge, and the line of scrimmage was the 35, and look where he threw it from. They go for 2, they throw it, and it's incomplete. Tried to hit Fisher on the left pylon, and the Cougars stay down 2 at 20-18. 3:18 to play. We'll keep it right here and watch that play again. But watch Brock Boyles, Trey. Line of scrimmage was the 35-yard line when the play started, if we watch this replay. Shotgun, Brock rolling right, got time. Sets up, gets a block from Xander. Now going to throw deep. Got a man wide open. Going to be a Cougar touchdown. No flag. LeKeven, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown.
Kenny, that ball hung in the air for about 7.5 minutes for LeKeven.
And you know the thing about it was I looked up and saw LeKeven downfield, and he could flutter one up. There's nobody within 25 yards of him.
What I like there is Brock did not
just get it to him.
Just got it to him. Got it to him right where he was at. Keevan had to stop, but that's much better than overthrowing him. But yeah, there was not a guy when Keevan caught the ball on the 26-yard line. The closest McAlester player was on the 37.
11 yards.
Yeah.
That's when he caught
it depends on if these officials are doing the addition subtraction, but yes, with my math degree says 11.
So Ada has matched McAlester in touchdowns tonight. It's 20-18. Cougars, who last year and this year pretty automatic with the points after touchdown, whether it was 2 or 1. 0 of 3 tonight. 0 of 2 on kicks. 0 of 1 on a 2-point try. And now we'll kick off. Now McAlester has.
Yeah, we went too fast, Kenny.
Well, our scoring drives have been 3 plays, 65 yards, 59 seconds. 2 plays, 72 yards, 22 seconds. 2 plays, 51 yards, 40 seconds.
Yeah, and this is where Mike Stoops used to say back in the day, give my defense a rest.
Yeah.
Defense needs to bow their neck here for Jay Carroll, and hopefully.
Walker's kick is not fair caught. We got to
overran it.
Yeah, up to the 50-yard line on the return.
They better not throw another flag. He sidestepped and stayed in bounds.
Kelton Stipe trying to get the guy over there who caught that, the up guy from McAlester. We got a nice return on that pooch kick. They did not fair catch it. Cougars overran it, and they returned it to the 49-yard line where McAlester has, again, good field position. This is a big defensive possession for Ada. They've got it back to 20-18. You mentioned it a while ago. You get the ball to start the second half. Find a way to get a stop defensively. Good football game tonight from Ada. 97th all-time meeting. Ada to McAlester. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley, Mason Lee, Nathan Crowell. Handed up inside, and that's going to be Will Johnson again, sliding down the line of scrimmage.
In there as well.
Great play. Jordan Clark took it on the slant.
Maybe that was Brennan Riddle in there. That's what Mr. Lawrence said.
A yard loss. Scott Lawrence on the PA.
Man, Kenny, we're getting one to two great defensive plays every 4 downs. If we can just nip that good one in the butt.
2nd and 11. 4 receivers deployed, 2 left, 2 right. Les now rolling left. Coffee has got him in his sights and makes him throw it into the
good throwaway there. He had a receiver
down below. Yep. Cord Coffee had his ears pinned back, chasing the quarterback on the near boundary. And the Cougars have stopped the clock. And here we go again, Trey. 3rd down and some distance. 3rd and 11. We'll look at it at halftime, but they've been able to convert 3rd and double-distant yards multiple times here in the first half. Have it now at the 48-yard line.
I said going in, if we could get them behind the chains, that's where we want. And to McAllister's credit, they've done a good job of getting back ahead of the chains.
Watch Carter Lance out there. He's wide right in a stacked formation. He's been a big receiver in this game. Caught the last touchdown pass. Les now out of the gun at his 43. Three-step drop. Steps up in the pocket. Sacked. Down he goes. Cord Coffey, J.B. Coyle.
I think Will Johnson got there initially, too.
That entire offensive line, Trey, again got pressure and ate him up.
Line, yeah.
At the defensive line at the 47-yard line. Officially a 1-yard loss, but a quarterback sack. Defensive line is really got pressure.
We're not having to send a lot. They've done a great job getting pressure with 3.
LeKeven at his 22-yard line for Ada. The quarterback, Les, now will punt.
Maybe.
Yeah, stay disciplined here.
I hate it when quarterbacks are the punter.
Yep, he takes the snap, puts his foot into it, low driving kick. LeKeven gets away from it.
He's got to.
And it'll bounce inside the 10.
All the way down to the 9, spotted at the 4.
9-yard line. 44 yards, no return. Now, with $1.40 to play, probably nothing real fancy since you're backed up.
I think both these teams would be content going in. I don't know. A loss here. McAlester may call a timeout. Both teams only have one timeout left.
I think if you're Ada, unless you bust something on the first or
let's run that last play we ran.
My goodness.
That worked well.
Brock, I talked to Brock in practice yesterday. I said, you feel a little more comfortable? Looked like you are since early. He said, yes. Said starting to just feel more into it, feel more comfortable. There's a handoff to Karan, hanging on to the football as he's drugged down.
No gain.
Going to mark him up at the 10.
Gave him a yard.
Give him a yard. Cool. Dustin Jacobson on the tackle. So 2nd down and 9. Karan's got most of the snaps at running back. Xander's played some out there, but Karan's got most of the snaps. Xander's been valuable in that linebacker position defensively.
Tonight. Got some type of wildcat in. I don't know if it's going to be Fish or going to be Carlock.
Inside a minute, 2nd quarter, 20-18 McAlester. Carlock takes the snap, fakes it, runs right, gets to the edge at the 15th, the 20, 25,
Deuce.
30, 35, stays inbounds, 40. Colton, late hit maybe?
No, they're not going to call it on him. He's been dirty
Colton
the whole
Carlock.
game.
Is that Deuce pulling out there?
Yep.
My goodness, what a play by Colton. Kept the feet churning all the way up to the 46-yard line. A 36-yard pickup.
I thought he stepped out there about the 30, 35.
Yeah. Officials say he didn't, and there's almost, may not have been a late hit. It was close.
Should have been. It was no earlier than the one we got called for.
At the 46-yard line, he got out of bounds. Now Ada can take some shots, Trey. 44 seconds to play. A timeout.
Just be smart.
In their pocket. Twin receivers.
You're fine. You got 12 seconds
now
left.
Tripp's coming to the right side. That's Colin Christian in the game in the slot. Boyle's going to roll left. Good blocking. Throws for Deontay. Went up and tried to high point it to the 35. Again, a pretty good throw.
Yeah, threw it where only Deontay would catch it. I like that throw.
Bring up 2nd and 10. Brock showed off his arm there.
Yeah, he had some mustard on that one.
Rolling against his body and threw that one about 25 yards downfield on a rope. 2nd down and 10, 38 seconds to play till halftime.
My possession receiver number 5 came in. Let's get him one here.
That's Case Stafford. He's to the boundary side. Ball on the right hash mark.
Sanders also in.
4 in formation. Brock throws it quickly out, and that's going to be caught by LeKeven. Came from the inside and got out of bounds. That's a nice play. To the 47-yard line. That's a nice pickup.
Yeah, Kenny, even if we don't score here, I like getting to work on the 2-minute offense. For future stuff. You can rep this in practice, but it's never the same.
Bakir Sanusi over the football. That offensive line's done a great job protecting Brock tonight. On 3rd down and 3, Boyle, a quick pass, caught. Case 40, 35, out of bounds. There's your possession receiver, and Case Stafford finished that one as he put the boom on Carter Lance, and they just kind of gave him the old stare at the 33, a gain of 14.
Thank you.
So 14 to Stafford with 29 seconds to play. The ball at the 33-yard line. Cougars inching closer.
Need about 20 more yards, Kenny.
Boyles looks right, throws again for Stafford, came back and bobbled it, dropped it. That's probably a good drop.
Yeah, it was. You don't ever want to drop, but throw was a little bit behind him, a little bit low, but that's one where if you drop it, the clock stops.
You have to use your last time out.
Yeah, because he's going down inbounds.
Yep. So from the 33, Cougars quickly to the line of scrimmage. Rhines off the left hip of Boyles. Trip receivers to the boundary side to the right.
Deontay on the right.
And Boyles rolls that way. Got him. 25-yard line, out of bounds at the far side at the McAlester sideline. One-on-one coverage, and Lindsey has 13 yards. Great execution by this Ada offense right now. Looking sharp. Got McAlester on their heels a bit with 21 seconds to play. Let me remind you, this drive started at the 8-9 with 1:40 to play in the first half. They've reached the McAlester 20, gone 71 yards. One timeout still remaining. Again, trips to the right. Boyle's going to roll this way this time. Looking. Now fires, and it's to the sideline, and it's incomplete.
Xander did a great job picking up a blitzer coming on Brock's backside. Surprised we didn't get called for a blindside block, but he got in front of him and led with his shoulder, did not lead with his hands. Great job.
So now you can gain about, you can try.
Into this win, Kenny, I'm going to say we need to get to the 10. It is kind of a cross win now.
So now with 15 seconds, you can throw one in the middle of the field and use that last time out because you're getting to where it doesn't.
Deontay.
Boyles rolling left, throws. Lindsey high. Had him at the 10-yard line. It's a little bit high that time for Deontay. With 11 seconds to play. That'll bring up third down. So the playbook wide open here on 3rd and 10. Outside, inside, wherever, because you got to
like you said, you have the one timeout in your back pocket. If you can get there and save it. We're going to go to a Wildcat, I believe.
Eli Justice, Fisher Moore in the game. 3rd down and 10. The ball to McAlester.
Come on.
9 seconds to get the play off.
You're good.
Moore, the fullback, to the left. Boyles with 4 to play, takes the snap, hands to
Xander.
20, 15, darts outside, 10, 5, pylon, touchdown Ada! Oh, baby! Put it in the books! Xander Rhines from the 20-yard line. Some incredible blocking up front, Trey Kinley. And Xander, the great feat, dances his way to the end zone. And the Cougars go 90 yards in a $1:35 and lead at 24-20 on the Rhines touchdown.
We had to have some good blocking out there on the outside, and I'm going to get who it is. I think it's Eli Justice and Fisher Moore. Yeah, Fisher gets the kick-out block. Eli gets in front of the corner, knocks him on the ground, and Xander goes right around him. Great job, Eli Justice.
Boy, Xander has some speed, doesn't he? My goodness. Cougars will go for 2, 24-20.
Call a timeout.
Yeah, they had one. The Cougars just went 90 yards.
Yeah, we only had 10 players on the field. We were missing one.
10 plays, 91 yards in a minute and 35 seconds and didn't use a timeout.
Kenny, when I said we should go 4 minutes on the drive, I didn't mean us score twice and them once. I meant us score once. So, sorry.
Kind of worked out. Same math, right?
Well, we didn't get the 2-point conversion. I was hoping we'd be tied at 18.
24-28. They'll go for 2 here to try to make it 26-20. You know, a little bit of a surprise for me, and this game never ceases to surprise you at times. You know, I thought this would be more of a real battle of a 2017, 23-20 type contest. 29
passes, Kenny, between the two teams. I would have said that for the game would have been high.
Yeah. Both teams feeling more comfortable. Their offenses evolving.
Now, we threw out of necessity there to move down the field, but being able to do that gives us the option to run there late and having that timeout.
Brock was fabulous on that drive. Made great decisions.
Got Caron in the backfield with Brock.
Off his left hip for 2-point conversion. Man in motion. LaKeven. Play action. Brock back. Got a hold. Throws it up. It's caught. And then dropped. Yeah, that play just never.
Yep, got a late hit on Malachi Rice.
So we got a hold and a late hit. Yeah, Malachi, as Brock went down,
Yeah, he's been doing it all night, Kenny.
Malachi Rice. So that should be offsetting.
No, here's what they're going to do. They're going to call a hold, no conversion, dead ball, personal foul. We're going to kick off from their 45-yard line with 5 seconds left.
All right. I think we're going to try the 2-point conversion from inside the 3-yard line after the dead ball. But
yeah, Malachi went up to, it's going to be dead ball. Malachi went up to block the pass, came down, shoved Brock in the face, and then stepped on his face. Should be ejected from the game because it was intentional.
So there it is, personal foul. Holding Ada, then personal foul McAlester. 24-28. What a football game tonight. We kicked at 7:30. It's 9 o'clock, and we're not yet to halftime. Yeah, show it on. We're going to show the replay.
Watch his right foot.
Yeah, both. This.
I can't show it. It's on the. It's not on there.
Gotcha. So the Cougars should have another 2-point try, and I would assume they'd mark the hold off and then mark the dead ball personal foul 15 yards from after they mark the holding off. Is
no,
that
watch this. If they do that, it's going to go to the 13, 10-yard penalty, and then half the distance.
That's true.
Which
one of those.
I think it's dead ball. I mean, it was after. We'll see.
There's the movement back for the hold. They're walking upfield. Are they going to go kick it off? They're going to I think they'll do what you said. Go kick it off.
I think it's right. It was a dead ball, personal foul.
Yeah, that's right. You called it right the first time. So all the officials listening out there, sorry, I butchered that. I didn't know. Trey Kinley had it the first time. The hold and then the dead ball which will make a kick off.
Was it a hold, Kenny? He just did a chop block signal, so I don't know if.
Well, all your statistics for you at halftime. What a first half. Ada 24, McAlester 20. Ada number 10 in 4A, McAlester number 3 in 5A. And this Cougar team.
The official had to throw 2 flags. He's looking for his second one. Found it in his back pocket and dropped it down. The white hat is the one that threw the holding call too, and it was Rice that got held trying to come off the edge, and then he went up to block the pass, so he was high, but when he came down, he shoved Brock to the ground with his hands to the face, which you can't do with a quarterback, but then took a step and then stomped on his head.
That should get you every time. Yeah. So Walker will kick off at the 45-yard line. And what do you do here?
He's got the leg to get it through the end zone. We'll see.
Do you take a chance into the wind or just kick a hard squib with 5 seconds left, go down and get it covered? So it's a McAlester 45 right hash mark. Tyler Walker will put his foot into it. Cougar special teams get ready in a packed house at Corey Easto Stadium on this Friday night. 24-20 Ada. And a lot of explosive plays here in this game. Walker kicks it high and deep, going to be returnable.
Hit the ground.
Bounces at the 6. He hits the player in the leg, goes out of bounds. Hit Maisie in the leg. And went out of bounds.
They didn't call that.
They threw a
flag. They
flag.
just said it was a kickoff out of bounds.
Can you see? Look, it didn't hit the return guy.
I don't know. It went straight right. I can't tell.
Either way, there's only 5 seconds to play if they bring it up to the 35. I thought it, from our vantage point, I thought it hit Maisie, but maybe not. Officials right on it. Say nope.
Officials right on it.
They'll move it up to the 35-yard line. Let's see what we get up there. Move it to the 20-yard line. So McAlester from the 20-yard line with 5 seconds to play. And I assume they will take a knee. Trey, there's been lots of possessions.
Yes.
15th possession of the first half. McAllister's 8th. Ada gets the ball to start the second half. They're going to throw it. Les now back in the pocket, steps up, flushed, hit as he throws, and it's intercepted by Carlock. 45, 40, 35, 30. He's got a wall. 20, 15, 10.
He's got it. He's got it.
Baby! Touchdown, Ada! Oh, Colton Carlock! McAlester got greedy.
I hope
Carlock
it counts, Kenny. We got a
took
flag.
it to the house.
It is after the end zone. We had 2 Ada players on top of McAlester player. We'll see what happens, but I believe it's going to be a touchdown, dead ball, personal foul is what it should be. It was after the play.
It was back about the 45-yard line. 2 Ada players tangled up with the McAlester players. Last now threw it. Carlock took it into the end zone, and if that's going to be a killer penalty against Ada if that doesn't stand.
It should stand. It should be the same thing we just had after the play, so it should be extra point from the 18-yard line.
A chance to get a touchdown late on an interception, and I don't think it's going to count. Coach Osteen is not very happy down below. It would have put 8. Nope. Or is it going to count?
Yes.
Carlock's holding his arms in the air. Personal, dead ball, personal foul. Ada. Dead ball,
Both
personal foul. McAlester. Touchdown, Cougar.
Good.
Wow. 30-20. And when he caught that at around about the 50-yard line, we'll look at the replay in just a moment. He had a wall of blockers, and Carlock has already showed his electrifying skills with his feet. Took it to the house. On the final play of the first half, McAlester wasn't content.
48-yard line, Kenny.
Wasn't content to go to the locker room down 24-20, and I'm glad they weren't, because the Cougars have another interception, their 8th of the year in game number 3. Second interception return for a touchdown. Carlock's second touchdown of the game, one offensively, one defensively. Tyler Walker will attempt the extra point. The officials are having a meeting at the 30-yard line while both teams are lined up for the
Coach
extra
Mazey
point.
wanting to know what's going on.
30-20 Ada, and an explosion.
Great job by a lot of the Ada defensive players, but Fisher Marr picks up a block, Kenny, at the 10-yard line, and drives. Yep, all the way to the goal line. Okay, Tyler Walker with his first attempt on the year.
Did they ever touch?
No, he was untouched.
Extra point off the hold of Stafford. Walker's kick is up, and it hit the upright, and the Cougars
Dadgummit.
miss another extra point. But Ada goes to the locker room with some late heroics, leading the McAlester Buffaloes 30-20 at halftime. What a half of football. We've got 24 minutes left. It should be exciting. Grab you a little late night snack and get ready to stay with us. Cougar football, your first half stats and more coming up, including your Ada Nissan Instant Replays. Ada Cougar football streaming at K80ARadio.net, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. What an explosion by the Ada Cougars. 4 touchdowns in the final 7:09. Really less than that. They scored the 4 touchdowns in the final 6 minutes and 47 seconds of the first half, Trey Kinley. 6:47, 4 touchdowns, and a 30-20 lead as Ada.
Just a ground and pound game, Kenny.
Yeah, proved us a bit wrong, didn't they?
That's why we're in the booth and not on the sidelines coaching.
Yeah, 30-20 here at halftime. We're going to go to the Ada Nissan Instant Replays. As we do this, I tell you what, before we go to that and have the replay, we're going to catch our breath here for a second because we're going to focus on Ada Girls Golf Team being presented down below their championship rings from their state championship golf season this past spring. Congratulations to the Lady Cougars. Got a chance to go do it again. So we're going to carry a minute or two of this, and we'll come to our replay. Come to our Ada Nissan replays, Trey.
Yeah, good group of girls, as you can tell. Coach Anderson's numbers are phenomenal. You only take 5 to a tournament. He's got, I'm going to say, 15 down there.
Coach Ron Anderson, there's the state championship plaque and trophy that's being hoisted by this group of Lady Cougars.
A couple cheerleaders, a couple Cougans, part of the team. Oh, they're showing a video. I'm sorry.
So as you watch they're showing a video, so we'll let them do that, and we'll tell you this, that McAlester took the opening kickoff. Ada won the toss, Trey, deferred, And McAlester took the opening kickoff, went 9 plays, 62 yards, and got a touchdown, led the game 6-0 after a 2-point try failed. The Ada had the team to exchange punts, and it kind of started off like, it's going to kind of be maybe a game that is what we thought it might be. Kind of the defense has started standing up and on a couple of possessions, and Ada, showed the ability to make a big play. So let's go ahead and look at our first replay here. Then we'll kind of go in and out because I do want to catch the girls' golf team. It was 6-0 McAlester. Ada's second possession. They started at the 45-yard line. Got a 4-yard run by LaKeven Richardson, and then Colton Carlock came in to play a little wildcat quarterback. Big run by Colton. You don't realize his upper body strength there as he fought off that one tackler, getting to the edge and showed his speed. That's an Ada Nissan instant replay. We got more of them for you, but right now we want to go to the field as Mr. Scott Lawrence honors the state championship Ada Lady Cougar golf team.
Hard work, dedication, and commitment from past players has strengthened this program to where it is today. Several Lady Cougar Golf alumni have joined us today to celebrate this first ever state championship. It is a great pleasure to introduce Carson Johnson, class of 2018, Charles Poe, class of 2011, Brianna Stone, Kendall Wilson, Hannah Price, Taylor Durr, and Bree Coyle, your alumni, Lady Cougar Golf. And now, let's introduce your Lady Cougar 2023 Girls Golf State Champion, graduate Emily Kemp, senior London Wilson, senior Ava Patterson, senior Kate McCourtney, senior Macy McQuiston, senior Ava Manuel, junior Bean Spector, junior Natalie Justly, junior Brooklyn Black, junior Kenzie Qualls, sophomore Bella Stowers, and coach Ron Anderson. Congratulations, girls. Let's go back-to-back in 24. Ladies and gentlemen, your Ada Cougar.
There you go. Your Lady Cougar 2023 state championship golf team. Emily Kemp, the lone senior on that club that will try to go for another one this year. Congratulations. What a feat there for the Ada Lady Cougars. So I gave you the replay, Ada Nissan replay from Colton Carlock. Extra point missed, game tied at 6. McAlester would go 5 plays and 27 yards on a short field to score and went up 13-6 with 10:35 to play in the second quarter. And a couple of possessions later, Ada would get the football and respond as they started at their own 28-yard line. And again, a quick strike Ada offense tonight. And they went 2 plays, 72 yards. They started at their own 28-yard line. Karan Richardson had a short run, and then Brock Boyles found what's becoming a big target, Deontay Lindsay. Gun, fakes to Xander, throwing deep downfield for Deontay. He's got it, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5! Touchdown, Cougars! Trey Deontay just ran away from the defender, and the offensive line, a beautiful pocket formed around Brock. That was just great execution. He took his 3 or 4 step drop, stepped up in the pocket formed, and he found Deontay for a touchdown. Deontay's second touchdown receiving on the season. He's got 1 defensively, and the Cougars trailed 13-12 after the PAT was no good. McAlester went up 20-12 on the ensuing possession, as after a kickoff return, it was decent, then a personal foul penalty. They started the 8-39, 6 plays, 39 yards, got a 17-yard touchdown pass on 3rd and long to Carter Lance, and went up 20-12 after the extra point. And that was at the 4:18 mark. And then the final 3 minutes and 18 seconds, we've got a
ground and pound quick strike.
A lot of highlights for you. But before we go to that, we got a defensive highlight.
Just before that touchdown.
Just before. Fisher Marr laid the wood on Carter Lance just before Carter ended up catching a touchdown pass. They tried a little wide receiver screen, and one of the M&M boys put the pop on Carter Lance. in
Looked
formation.
to me like they moved again there.
Little inside screen. Oh, Carter Lance! That's a textbook tackle.
Yep. That's how it's taught right there.
So it's 20-12, 4:18 to play till halftime. You think, well, maybe Ada can go the length of the field and maybe tie it by halftime. Well, they start at the 36-yard line, and after a run by Karan Richardson of a yard to the 37, LaKeven then went backwards 2 yards to the 35, and you're looking at 3rd and 11 and, well, hope we don't have to now just – defense may have to be called on again. Then Brock Boyles, who's been so poised all night long, he's looked his best all season, dropped back to pass, got flushed out of the pocket, and as he approached the line of scrimmage, he found a man standing all alone. Shotgun, Brock, rolling right, got time, sets up, gets a block from Xander, now going to throw deep, got a man wide open, going to be a Cougar touchdown, no flag, LaKeven, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! LaKeven couldn't wait to catch the football as Carter Lance chased him but couldn't catch him. LaKeven to the end zone, and Ada's 2-point conversion failed, and it was 20-18, 3 plays, 65 yards. And again, the ability for Brock to tuck the ball and keep his head upfield, and then saw LaKeven and delivered it in rhythm for the touchdown. That play again, 3 plays, 65 yards. Well, McAlester then went 3 and out. The Ada defense stuffed them. And Ada got the football back with a minute 40 left at their own 9. We're thinking, well, no mistakes. Maybe if you make a play, you got a chance. So Karan got a yard to the 10, and then out of the shotgun formation, Carlock, the quarterback, had a beautiful run of 36 yards all the way to the 46-yard line for Ada. And the Cougars now had a chance with the field wide open and not backed up against their goal line. They eventually would get to the 20-yard line with 11 seconds left. Had 3rd and 10. They've been throwing it down the field. Little change up. His name's Xander.
Look at this block on the outside edge here.
4 to play, takes the snap, hands
Give
to
it to
Xander.
Xander.
20, 15 yards outside, 10, 5, pylon, touchdown Ada! Oh, baby! We boy love the excitement. Did you see that Sanusi go down to the end zone and grab his teammate? That's exciting. They really blocked the edge, and Xander a 20-yard touchdown run with 5 seconds to play. And Ada went 91 yards in 10 plays in a minute 35 to take the lead after the missed PAT. It was 24-20 at the time, Ada, at that point. 5 seconds left, and so much had happened. Wow, how did we end up with the lead? Well, McAlester wasn't satisfied. They got it with 5 seconds from the 20-yard line and decided to throw the football.
Yeah.
Colton Carlock said, I'll play center field.
Kenny, I want to mention something on this one. Didn't see it in the broadcast. I was looking down the field, but somebody that's been in the backfield all night long, Will Johnson. He hits Lesnow as he's throwing it at his feet, and Lesnow's falling forward. That's why the ball fluttered. Carlock picks it off. Fisher gets the great block that I mentioned in the end zone. But take a look and see who's just behind Fisher. It's Will Johnson.
Will Johnson. What a first half the 3 down linemen had for the Cougars.
Phenomenal.
Final play of the half as McAlester went to the air. The second half. They're going to throw it. Lesnow back in the pocket, steps up, flushed, hit as he throws, and it's intercepted by Carlock. 45, 40, 35, 30. He's got a wall. 20, 15, 10.
He's got it. He's got
it. Baby! Will Johnson.
Yeah.
Got the quarterback.
Great job by Carlock. But I like to mention the guys that do the stuff that doesn't get a lot of credit, and Will gets nothing on that play. I guess it gets a quarterback pressure. We don't stat that. But he literally caused the floater pass because he hit him as he was throwing it. And then you'll notice if it would have been a 70-yard one, he was the next guy to get a block.
That culminated 24 points, Trey Kinley, in the final 6:47 of the first half. Ada 30.
Just how we drew it up, Kenny. Just how we drew it up.
30-20 at halftime. Thanks to our man Nathan Crowell for those instant replays. Brought to you by our good friends at Ada Nissan. Ada Nissan, the next car you want to buy, promise you'll love your trip to Ada Nissan. Go check them out. More halftime, including a first half stats that has a lot of offense. Back in 3 minutes, Cougar football presented by the Chickasaw Nation. Welcome back to Coy Easto Stadium. Kenny Morrison, Trey Kinley, Nathan Crowell, Mason Lee on the camera, and we've had everybody involved tonight. 50 first-half points in a game that we thought would be maybe 50 combined points. Two offenses have proved differently, 30-20. Ada's defense, though, came up big with another defensive touchdown. Trey Kinley has your numbers from an exciting first half.
From a team perspective, Kenny, McAlester has 11 first downs, 24 rushes, 96 yards, so 4 yards a pop, 5 of 17 passing for 66 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 big interception. Roughly 9 penalties for 70 yards. I didn't get the offsetting ones, and the app messed up on another one. Team-wise for Ada, 11 first downs, same. 13 rushes for 135 yards, so just over 10 a carry. 6 of 14 passing for 169 yards, so 304 total. That's, 25 a pop, just over 25 a pop. Passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Roughly 9 penalties for 77 yards. Individually, we'll do McAlester first. Rushing, Ethan Watkins, 15 carries for 69 yards. About 5, now a little less than 5. Jordan Clark, 2 for 18. Caden Lesnow, 6 for 9. A couple of sacks factored in there. Passing, Lesnow, 5 of 17 for 66, 2 and 1. Receiving, Carter Lance had 3 for 33. Braden Bumpus had 1 for 21. And Kason Washington Maisie had 1 for 12. Lance and Bumpus both with receiving touchdowns. I missed the Ethan Watkins had a rushing one. Individually for Ada, rushing, Colton Carlock, 4 carries, 92 yards. That's 23 a carry and a touchdown. Xander Rhines only touched it once, but he went as far as he could. He could have gone 90.
Yeah.
One carry, 20 yards and a touchdown. LaKeven has 4 carries for 12 yards. Karan has gotten some really good runs up the middle to keep him honest. If you're not pounding it in the middle occasionally, those safeties are going to fall back. So Karan has 4 for 11. Passing, Brock, 6 of 12, 50%, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, LaKeven, 2 for 72 and a touch. Deontay Lindsay, 2 for 71 and a touch. And Case Stafford, 2 huge catches, in my opinion. One down at the goal line, gets him out of ugly territory. And then on that 2-minute drive, he got the big catch going down our sideline. And then was it Watkins that tried to tackle him?
Yep.
And he didn't. Watkins had to get up. Case didn't. So, 304 yards. I heard earlier in the week Coach Osteen say goal this week, 200 yards rushing, 100 yards passing.
First half goal?
Yeah. Well, we passed the ball a lot more. A lot of it came, 70 of it came on that 90-yard drive there. Actually, no, because the first play we got a run.
Yep.
That got us going. But offensively, we've played clean. Not a lot of false starts. McAllister's had 6 false starts. The officials have been a factor, but we've overcome it. The only drawback is we've scored 5 touchdowns with no PATs.
And that's unusual for an Ada team that last year and this year has been very good in that area, but they'll be all right. They'll bounce back. Those kids
and we get the ball, Kenny.
A couple of them were 2-point conversions that failed as well, so they missed it. Just that happens. And but you got a 10-point lead, get the football to start that second half, 30-20. Let me remind you something coming up in October. It's hard to believe, but it's going to be the 50th high school reunion.
For you?
Well, I'm close, but not quite there yet. The beautiful Waddell Vineyards, the location, and then October 27th.
Out north of town on Country Club Road.
So it's entire Friday, Saturday, big weekend full of information. I think you can go to waddellvineyards@gmail.com and also look on, I'm sure you folks that are on Facebook and follow that, you can find more information, but that's a big event.
Is Facebook on a radio dial, Kenny?
Facebook on a radio. Nathan Krause said he's a young guy. He knew what a radio dial was.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's it. Nathan, I'm going to fist
He's
bump.
an analog man in a digital world.
And does a great job on our Ada Nissan replays. I don't care what you say, Trey.
Okay. I knew that going in.
30-20 Ada here at halftime. We'll take a break, come back to your second half. Cougar football streaming at K80ARadio.net. Ada won the toss to start the game, deferred. They lead 30-20. So we'll get the ball to start the second half, moving from south to north. Lindsey and LaKeven Richardson at their own 10-yard line. Trenton Greer, senior
kick it to Carlock
kicker,
with the
will put
night
it on
he's
the
having.
tee at left hash mark at the 40. Yeah, Carlock, he's feeling it tonight. Almost an offsides on the kickoff. Greer's kick deep. Lindsey at the 3. Coming left toward the left hash, 15. Trying to dart inside at the 20. Good
tackle.
open field tackle. Number 32 for the Buffaloes got him. That's Zane Owens, 6'2", 220. Bringing down Deontay. The Cougars will set up shop. The 16th possession between the two teams of this game. We open the third quarter.
Ground and pound.
From their 17-yard line with 11:53 to play. Cougar offense again up front. Dawson Matthews, Isaiah Hayden, Makir Sanusi, Kel Fuller, Will Johnson. They've really done a solid job. The hand to Karan running left, trying to get to the edge, and he's clipped off his feet on a good open field tackle. Defensive back Ethan Watkins came in and got Karan for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, good open field tackle there.
Watkins diving up in there from, again, that safety position. Second down and a dozen for Ada. Opening minute of the third quarter. Twin receivers right. Man in motion is Riddle.
And jumped on the right side.
Cougars are getting
Ashton Rowell.
So Ashton Rowell playing on that. Yep, it's Ashton starting over there on that right side.
It's 2 times we've jumped on a motion.
Will Johnson's played almost every snap defensively, and so Ashton alternating there at that tackle on offense. Second down and 17 for Ada. So behind the chains here early on their first possession of the third quarter. You don't want to get. He's going to keep your energy and keep your mojo here. Leading 30-20, scoring those 24 points in the last 6 minutes 47 seconds of the second quarter.
Xander in the backfield.
He's to the left of Boyles. The sophomore quarterback hands to Xander, slashing right. Darts back up inside, and a nifty move as he just used his quick feet to make a little bit as he was kind of plugged up at the line of scrimmage. It lunged to the 13, so he got 3.
Yeah, they had him in the backfield.
Cougars got to reach the 27, 28-yard line. The 3rd and 14 for Ada. Leading by 2 scores at 30-20. What was the time of possession? Did you have that?
I don't keep that.
That's right.
It gets all off.
Yeah, it's tough. I know that Ada's been dominated in that in the first 2 games, yet they're 2-0. And
he likes something over here with Deontay.
Boyles rolls, though. Had a pass deflected at the line of scrimmage. He tried a quick one to Riddle out in the flat. Probably wasn't going to gain anything. So Ada goes 3 and out on their first possession of the second half. They did that to start the game as well.
That was the only time, wasn't it? Make you look at that drive chart.
Yeah, looking down at it. Yep, they had the other punt. They had ran 4 plays. Actually got a. So Boyles at his 3, takes the snap, steps into it. High kick, hits it to 40, bounces to the 45, and goes into McAlester territory. Great roll. All the way down to the 43-yard line. That helped.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that was a 40-yard punt and no return. Actually, it started at the 13-yard line, so it's a 44-yard punt and no return.
Where did they mark it?
43. So McAlester will take over. Now see if the Ada defense can. Ada wouldn't mind the mouth mash second half and just hang on to hang on.
Yep.
But
well, I mean, if Lesnau's going to complete, just less than 33% of his passes, then we want him throwing the ball.
Big key, that front 3 has done a great job getting pressure. They hand it off inside, not much. Across the 45, Jordan Clark. Cut down at the knees by Fisher at the 46, so a 3-yard pickup by Clark. Again, when that front 3 gets the pressure they get, we know they do such a great job of keeping the offensive linemen occupied so Fisher and George can make play after play. But in this game, they have got tremendous pressure.
Yeah, they have.
Upfield on the quarterback.
Yeah, they've done a great job.
2nd and 7. Brennan Riddle in there at a backer. Marr, Maddox, Rhines, Lindsey locked in man-to-man over here. Last now on the keeper. is spinning inside to the 50. Georgia's got him on the ankles. So less now on the quarterback keeper. So the third quarter started a little calm by both teams so far. The ball at the 50. 8 3 and out. Had Boyles a 44-yard punt. It's now 3rd down and 3 for McAlester. Kamari Richards in the right corner. Now will come out of the game as the Cougars bring their domino defense in. Includes Sanusi.
You're going to have 6 down plus Kale on the line as well. So 7 on the line of scrimmage.
Dawson Matthews, one of them. Power formation, power on power. Single receiver in motion from right to left. And they move. False start against McAlester. They had 2 or 3 guys move. Landon Pingleton, one of them. Junior offensive lineman, 6 foot 270. I think one of the running backs up front, Spears, might have moved as well. Spears, I believe it was number 40. Yep, Spears is a starting linebacker in there in this power, kind of like a Fisher Moore, goes to the offensive side. And
mass substitutions both way. We sent 5 on. Back out of the dozer. Ral, Deuce. Who else came out there? Stipe and one other one. Dawson Matthews.
3rd and 8. The ball to McAlester 45, moving north to south. They need to reach the Ada 47.
There's a blitz.
Last now rolling left, being flushed out of the pocket. Riddle's chasing him. They got him. Riddle forced him, and Xander put the shoulder on him. The downfield coverage was fantastic, Trey. Lesnow didn't force it, and the Cougars ran him out of bounds. And I believe it's behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it is a sack.
And it'll be a yard loss maybe.
Yep.
To the 49-yard line.
44.
44, so a yard loss. It's a punt time for McAlester.
Great job, defense. I mean, they had 3rd and 4.
Punt formation's the quarterback. This is the middle of the field, and again, watch the quarterback on 4th and 9. Lakeven Richardson is at his 20. They split 4 guys out, 2 left, 2 right. Cougars get out in coverage. Lesnow takes the snap.
Yep, delay a game.
And
unless they got a timeout. Nope, he wasted a timeout on a punt. I don't like that timeout. Unless you go for it here, Kenny, what is the 5 yards there at the middle of the field hurt you? That, to me, that's one where you take the delay a game. Now, maybe he's got something up his sleeve, and this would make me really want to watch what we're doing here, because he was willing to burn a timeout in a 10-point game 3 minutes into the second half to not get a 5-yard penalty.
I think punt safety is going to be the discussion of this Cougar coaches probably down with their team right now. Just don't worry about blocking it. Just be disciplined here. Cougar football brought to you in part by Ada Nissan, Great Plains Kubota, Wild Rose Place, Hilltop Dodge, First United Bank, T&W Tire, Classic Cake, Landrum ENT. Is part of our sponsorship package of Ada Cougar football. Friday night from Coy Easto Stadium. The Ada Cougars on the high side, 30-20. 8:25 to play in the third quarter. If you joined us late, the Cougars in the final 6 minutes, 47 seconds of the first half put 4 touchdowns on the board, including 2 in 5 seconds.
We've a lot of defensive backs on the field, Kenny, which if I'm McAlester and I run a fake, I'm going to run a power fake, because we literally have 1 defensive lineman in the game.
From the 44, Lesnow is the line of scrimmage. Lesnow's at his 34. Now they break 2 guys left, 2 guys right. Same formation they had a moment ago. Lesnow takes the snap. Gonna throw it. There's the fake, and it's off the fingertips of the would-be receiver, Owen Russell. Had him in the slot.
He was open.
It was a seam route. Nothing real fancy. Just ran a seam, and it's incomplete. So they had that called, I think, on the previous. And
that's why he burned the timeout.
Yep, they like something, but they go for it. Turnover on downs, and the Cougars have it at the 44 in McAlester territory.
Let's do something with it. Foot on throat. Sorry.
Leading by 10.
Yeah.
So interesting. Again, he had a step.
Yep.
Just a tad overthrown. So from the 44, that turned the field around, because Ada was behind the chains to start this half. Started at their own 17 and went backwards to the 13.
Karan in the backfield.
Sanusi over the football. Karan's off the hip of Boyles. Mara goes strong right. They hand it to Karan. Cuts back inside. Got a hold probably against Ada from the place of that flag. Karan went right, then stopped and got to the 41 on the quick surge. But there's the hold against Ada. That'll move the football back. Slow getting up, Dawson Matthews.
And Sanusi.
So 2 Cougars.
Indication is holding against the Cougars.
Down, and so 2 linemen down in one play. 8:14 to play. We will take a timeout. Third quarter, Ada on top, 30-20. This is Cougar football streaming at kadaradio.net.
Welcome back to Coyisto Stadium. Got Dawson and Sanusi limping off the field. See if we can't get a look here on replay, see what happened.
2 players, you got 2 offensive linemen on the same play. Dawson favoring that right leg, and Sanusi a little bit more walking under his own power, but no, those linemen are tough. I'm telling you, they're in the trenches, and the chances sometimes of just even getting rolled up on, when you're down there battling is always a danger. And Dawson Matthews, sophomore, comes off. So Ada will have 1st and 10.
1st and 20.
1st and 20 after the hold. Moved it back to the 46-yard line. Yep. And we'll set the offensive line with the exit of Sanusi and Matthews.
Will Johnson in. On the left side, Cord Coffey. Ashton Rao will probably go to center. You got Delaware in it. No, Delaware's in at center.
So Delaware over the football. Delaware was at our luncheon this week. Direct snap. Karan gets it, cuts inside. Flag in the backfield. They had direct snap to Richardson, who was back there beside Boyles.
No, I think it was just a bad snap, actually.
Malachi Rice on the tackle.
Going to have another hold.
The Cougars, boy, he ended the first half with such momentum and kind of struggling here on their first 2 possessions of the second half, leading 30-20, 8:07 to play. That'll move them back to the 30. It should be the 6-yard line.
Unless it was behind 36.
So now we've got a long ways to go. 1st and 30. So after a fake punt failed by McAlester, Ada had great field position at the McAlester 44 going backwards. Boyles in the shotgun. Richardson to his left. Boyles takes the snap, going to roll to his left. Fire to the flat. Incomplete.
A little bit high.
Tried to hit Lindsey. Decent coverage. Owen Russell shadowing Deontay at the 44-yard line. 2nd down and 30 for Ada. Looking down below, they're wrapping the ankle, it looks like, of Makir Sanusi. And linemen are tough, Trey. I mean, you watch them. I think so often you get, again, it's so easy to get rolled up on, at some point. I'm not sure that's what happened, but 2nd down, 30 for Ada from the 36. Empty set for Carlock this time. Takes the snap, going to throw it out in the flat for LaKeven. 35, 40, 44-yard line. Nice spin move. Brought down by Eli Chapman. That got some positive yards. Got 8 to the 44 on a quick pass to LaKeven.
I got messed up on my... I'll have to add this later, Kenny.
So it'll be 3rd down for Ada. They got 8. They need 22. Maybe make another positive play unless you can break one. If not, try to keep the field position turned around. 7.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. Cougars trying to start 3-0. McAlester ranked 3rd in 5A. He's trying to start 3-0. Boyles has an empty backfield. Trip receivers to his right. Got Deontay out here against Carter Lance, 1-on-1 on the left, and 8 is going to burn one with 7:12 to play. We'll take 1-2. This is Cougar football. Ada leads 30-20, 7-12 to play in the 3rd quarter. Cougar football, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. 7:12 to play, 3rd quarter, 30-20. Ada leads their arch rival McAlester. 44-yard line for Ada, their own territory. Moving from south to north here at Norrisfield. Facing a 3rd and 22, a couple of holding penalties. Got to have the Cougars behind the chains. Samuel Jordan over the football for Ada. Boyles takes the snap, 2-step drop, steps up in the pocket, and for the first time tonight, it's going to go down. 14th sack of the season by McAlester. had a little time, just didn't have anybody open. Was that Malachi Rice?
Yep.
Got him there and got him at the 39-yard line, a sack. So Ada will have to punt. So offense explosive, 300-plus yards in the first half, going backwards on 2 possessions in the second half, but still leading 30-20, 6:40 to play. Boyles in punt formation as 28. Takes the snap, puts his foot into it, end over end, let it hit. And it's caught and fumbled at the 30-yard line. Fisher-Moore almost got on it. Who? Watkins. No, is that number 10 or 18? Looks like Ethan Watkins.
It's 18.
18, that would be, I don't have an 18 on the roster, but not listed anyway. Boy, Fisher almost made a big play trying to get to that football. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Punt, the line of scrimmage was the 39, 31 yards. No return. So McAlester will take over. 6:26 to play here in the third quarter.
Lost some depth defensively, so this unit's going to have to.
Les now on the quarterback run, going to get 10. Right over the left side, slung down Riddle. Riddle slung him down, but Les now is going to mark him down to 39, so Les now got 9. Yeah, losing Matthews and Sanusi, a little depth on that defensive line. And both went down on the exact same play a moment ago. Les now takes the snap in the backfield. Cord's got him and may have another hold. Fisher-Moore was.
How did he get so deep?
He was way back in the backfield, and Landon Pingleton was just trying to save face somehow. He held Fisher. It was a loss on the sack, but probably move him back here as the Cougar defense continues to get incredible penetration. Moves him back to the 29-yard line after the holding penalty. Ada had a couple of holds on their last drive that got them behind the chains. This quarter moving along a little more briskly. 30-20 Cougars. We go inside 5:50 here in the third. Cord Coffee, Will Johnson on the ends, J.B. Coyle over the ball. You got Riddle and Ryan to the backers, the M&M boys in the middle. On second down, Les now direct snap. Middle screen, Watkins catches, 30, 35, 40, 45, first down.
That was a hold.
They run a middle screen to Ethan Watkins, made a nice run as he turned it upfield. Watkins up to the 46-yard line, and McAlester strikes for 17 and a first down, getting out from behind the chains. On a pass to Watkins. Cougars tried to run that same middle screen earlier in the game. That time McAlester executes it from the 46, 1st and 10. 5:20 to play. Les now goes quick. Hands it off to Watkins, slashing left. Cougars got him in the backfield. He could not get turned upfield. Maddox was there. Who else gets up off the bottom? Got a defensive lineman? Yeah, I guess who? Cord Coffey. He's been all over the place. Got him back at the 45-yard line. Fisher-Moore back there as well, Trey. And a yard loss, 2nd down and 11.
Got him where we want him. Let's keep being aggressive defensively.
Slow to get the play in right now. They look over to the forwards, Maisie and the McAlester sideline. They got 9 seconds as they break the huddle.
I don't know if he calls the plays or not. Is he an offensive or a defensive coach?
Trips to the right side. Shotgun. Quick pass. Slant. Did he catch it?
I think so.
Gathered it in on a quick one just across the 50 to Jackson Lauerman. Just kind of.
And they're going to give him all the way to the 49.
So the 49, he got 6. So 3rd down and 5. Cougars trying to get off the field here on 3rd down. Leading 30-20. Isaiah Hayden checks out of the game. He was in on that last snap. Les now in the shotgun. Watkins on his right hip. 4 receivers deployed. Watkins gets the ball running left. The Cougars got him short of the marker. It'll be 4 down territory, I'd assume, as the Cougars have Fisher-Moore, looks like, got over there. Will Johnson at the 45-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and a yard. They need to reach the 44-yard line. Well, they got him in a pretty good spot. I thought it was going to be right at the 45, it's going to be. Still think it's going to be a little short, but maybe it's going to be close. If he's got it, it's by the nose. I'm going to say he's about 3 or 4 inches short. as it's on the far side, east side of Norris Field. 3:44 to play.
He fell forward. That's a good spot. The guy was right there.
3:44 to play in the third quarter. Ada leads 30-20. That was our halftime score. They stretched the chains out on the far side, and it is about probably 4 or 5 inches short. If you joined us late, Cougars scored those 2 touchdowns the last 5 seconds of the first half. One on the Carlock interception with no time on the clock when McAlester got a little greedy after Ada had scored and tried to fire a pass downfield with 5 seconds left on their final play of the half. They ended up in a 48-yard touchdown. Cougars have 2 interception returns for touchdowns this year. Just inside the 45-yard line, 3:44 to play. If they try to run a sneak or out of the shotgun, it's kind of tough to do. And I've not seen McAlester under center. Clock resumes rolling inside 3:40. Power formation, 2 running backs up in front of the quarterback, Lesnow.
False start.
Yeah, they moved. And Lesnow is being chased to the edge and got away from a would-be tackler and got a first down. Then going to be a late hit against the Cougars. Yep, good call. He's out of bounds when he was hit. I think George might have got him.
Where's the false start, though?
Yeah, I thought we had a movement by McAlester. Then Lesnow, I didn't get the Cougar. They had a beat on him in the backfield, but Lesnow's elusive. Got away. Got a first down. Barely at the 44. Then a personal foul will move it to the 8 to 29-yard line. Two-score Ada lead, and they'll step it off from the actual 43-yard line. So officially a 2-yard pickup and a first down by Lesnow. Dead ball personal foul moves it inside the 8 to 30 as they mark it off. And the football will finally come to rest at the south end of Coyisto Stadium after
No, they did the 44.
Should have kept the mark the first time. So 29-yard line. This drive started at the McAlester 30. Third quarter, Ada by 10. This Ada crowd's been good. They continue to make some noise down below. Lesnow dropped the snap. Ball's loose. Cougars got it. 36-yard line. That play never materialized. Who got it, baby? Cord Coffey's on the football. The opportunistic Ada defense, their 10th takeaway of the season, turns back the Buffaloes with 3:16 to play in the third. You never quit, Trey. They got penetration, bad snap. Lesnow tried to pick it up, and Cord couldn't, and Cord Coffey got it. So Ada takes over, 3:16 to play. Offense tries to get on track from their own 36-yard line. Big play by Ada, forcing their second turnover of the game.
Is that a bad snap, Kenny?
I think it was a little bit low. And he tried to, then should have fell on it.
It was low.
Then tried to pick it up. Out of the gun, Brock takes the snap, hands to Caron, looking for the edge. 40, runs through a tackler, 50. Oh, the big boy! Lower your shoulder, Caron. Show him who's boss at Coyisto. All the way to the McAlester 45.
We got a Cougar down. I don't know if it's a cramp.
Barreling over would-be tacklers for a gain of 19 to the McAlester 45.
Caron doing his best Derrick Henry impersonation.
That was a taste of what this young man can do. The Ada player
You're not going to arm tackle him. It's Caron.
Yeah, Caron went down at the 45-yard line in McAlester territory after a fantastic run. How about that offensive line? You got I don't think Sanusi's back in.
No, he's standing down there on the
and neither is Dawson Matthews, but the depth there, doing a great
Caron
job.
Looks okay. They're going to go check him out, but
walking to the Curry Orthopedics tent down below. So a big run to the 46-yard line for Ada, where they officially mark it in McAlester territory. Big time run of 18 yards for Caron Richardson. With 3:03 to play, and we've got a stoppage of play. I'm not sure why the stoppage to play.
I guess because the injury timeout. I don't know if they.
Ada by 10, trying to start 3-0. Try to break a modest 2-game losing streak against McAlester. Beat them in 2019 in McAlester, 42-26. Did not play in 2020, the COVID year, and then McAlester has been state runner-up in Class 5A the last 2 years. Beat the Cougars in the regular season. The Cougars have closed the gap, though. 3:03 to play. Shotgun formation. Brock takes it. Pitch to Xander to the edge. Got some blocking. 50. Oh, good open field tackle. That's a great tackle. Trying to get his speed to the edge, and that's a great open field tackle. Was that Ethan Watkins, number 10, I think? Or nope. Getting hard to see over there. That was an outstanding tackle because Xander's got the wheels.
He hit Xander where you got to hit him, and that's right in the waist. Yep. You try to go low, he's so quick.
So a loss from the 46 in McAlester territory to the 47 in Ada territory. Loss of 7 on first down, trying to get Xander on the edge. 2nd and 17. Twin receivers left. Riddles the H-back to the left. Hand off to Xander again, and he goes nowhere. McAlester right now really up at the line of scrimmage, stopping the run.
We're going to have to throw it, I think.
As Owen Russell leads the way, so no gain at the 47. Started promising after that big 16 yard run.
Cron's out of the tent and got his helmet on, so he's good.
18-yard run by Caron on first down. They've gone backwards since. 3rd and 17. 1:54 to play. Third quarter. Brock out of the shotgun formation for the Cougars. Fisher-Marr sets up strong right. Brock takes a low snap. Going to have to run it. Xander leading the way. Brock just gets what he can. The bad snap and a broken play, so just don't make it any worse. And that's poised by the sophomore quarterback. He got a yard. Ada will have to punt. Clock runs inside $1:30 here in the third quarter. Ada a 10-point lead at 30-20. Again, let's have a good snap, good protection. Get the field position turned around here again and keep it down in McAlester territory. Boyles at his 38. It only goes about 10 yards deep in punt formation. Got to sustain your blocks a bit here as Brock takes the snap. Not much of a rush.
Good one.
Yeah, nice kick, angling right. Hits at the 18. Bounces toward the sideline. Deontay watches it and touches it down at the 17-yard line. 35 yards and no return. You'll take a 35 net.
Yep.
So McAlester gets it back with 52 seconds to play. Both defenses
playing well. Well, both offenses kind of shooting themselves in the foot, honestly.
Both offenses might be worn out after the plays in the first half. A 50-point first half, although we did have a defensive touchdown by Ada. Ada defense up front is Coffey, Coyle, looks like Isaiah Hayden on the right side. Lindsey locked in man coverage out here to the left. Les now has a man in motion behind him, and he hands it off up the middle, and not much. Fisher-Marr shot the gap inside.
Brandon Riddle
or George
cleaned it up.
Yeah, Riddle and Maddox, actually.
That 22.
That was actually Fisher. Called it right the first time. 22. Got a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 18. Good stop by the Cougars on the first down. So 2nd down and 9. Twin receivers left and right. Shotgun. Handoff. Oh, nowhere to go. And a hold to boot. How about George? They hand it off again right up the gut to Jordan Clark, and he got leveled by George Maddox. And we got a hold. And do you move him up back in the shadow of the goal line?
I think you do. 3rd and 8 or back him up.
George Maddox, a big-time play coming down the line of scrimmage as Isaiah Hayden comes out. So a hold against McAlester.
Should be from the spot, Kenny, is it not? Or is it from the original line? I thought if the hold was behind the line of scrimmage, it was from the spot.
We're going to mark it off from where they mark it.
We were on the 18. So You're going to go to the 8. 18 minus 10 is 8.
And that's where they set the football.
Ish.
8-ish. They mark it back, so stay second down. They have to reach the 27, so 2nd and 19. Again, 4 receivers deployed. Senior signal caller awaits the snap. Takes it. 3-step drop on his goal line. Steps up, flushed, and got and dropped. He was
Will
flushed.
Johnson and Kelton Stipe.
Cord Coffey forced him out of the pocket, and then this is team defense, and they got Lesna out the 8-yard line. So all the way around there, Trey, downfield, the protection was good. The front guys got the rush again, and we have come to the end of quarter number 3. We were 30-20 at halftime. That's where we stay going to the 4th. Ada Cougar football presented by the Chickasaw Nation.
They're playing their tails off.
4th quarter, 30-20. Ada defense coming up big again, getting to Cade Lesnow, a quarterback that was close to a sack. The line of scrimmage started at the 8. That's about where he was sacked or brought down. But again, they got him flushed out of the pocket. Neither team able to score in the 3rd quarter. Ada's +2 in the turnovers tonight. Ada has not turned it over.
That was Brennan Riddle in on that tackle, Kenny.
Brennan's been good. What great to have Brennan back after not playing a year ago. So now you got to get them off the field. 3rd and 19 on their own 8. McAlester will
light up, Kenny. Traditional 4th quarter startup song.
Look at the celebration down below. Boy, they're having fun, aren't they? 3rd down and 19. The ball at the 8-yard line. McAlester moving south to north to our right from our vantage point, high above Coyisto Stadium. Les now has receivers deployed. 2 left, 2 right. Takes the snap, looking left, those to the sideline at the 21, 22-yard line.
Good tackle there by Deontay.
That was a nice design play. Back to Ethan Watkins. Really loved the design. He got out to the 21-yard line. So he got 13, but they needed 19, so it's 4th and 6. He kind of rolled right and threw back down the left sideline to Watkins, who got in between the backers and the corner.
Kenny, you asked me earlier what you have to do if they spread you out like that, and that's a prime example. You've got to make the tackle.
In punt formation is the quarterback. Les now again. They faked it earlier, not this time. Les now high kick. LeKeven will get away from it, let it bounce. 40-yard line. McAlester roll down around the 35-yard line. That's where it will go dead. Another good kick by the young man. 44 yards. No return. Yeah, and great example of that. Great open field tackle by Deontay Lindsay.
Yep.
We played 1 minute and 1 second here in the 4th quarter. Neither team has scored in the second half. Ada on some explosive offensive plays in the first half leads it 30-20. They start from their own 35-yard line with Sanusi and Matthews out, 3rd quarter injuries. But the other guy was stepping in doing a fantastic job. The handoff to Caron, surging left, and Malachi Rice has got him right at the line of scrimmage. Big guy Malachi Rice, he's a dandy, 6'6", 225 defensive end. He can be a difference maker, and he is. Got Caron at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Good to see Caron back out there toting the football.
No gain on the play. It'll remain 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. You're at that point of the game. You got a 2-score lead. Your defense has been outstanding in the second half. You can't crawl into a shell.
No.
But at the same time, you can pick your spots here. 2nd and 10. Twin receivers to the near side. Man in motion as Riddle sets up right. Direct snap to Carlock. Running right. Got a lead blocker in Caron. Carlock keeps his feet.
There's a late flag.
Yeah, he got tackled out of bounds in front of the Ada bench, and the official says no. The 49.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
The 39-yard line. A 4-yard run by Colton. Cougars will have a 3rd and 6 from the 39. will be under the 10-minute. Nope, it stayed inbounds, so it went out of bounds. So 10-10 to play here in the third. Colton's had a good game from that, the 48-yard interception return. He's had some big runs, 51-yard touchdown run, another big run that set up another touchdown in the second quarter. Direct snap. Carlock fakes to Richardson, running right
deuce.
On the pull. 45. Here's Carlock in the secondary. 45, 40, 35, McAlester territory. Oh, Hayden, deuce on the pull. And Carlock showed his speed again all the way to the McAlester 35-yard line. 26 yards and an 8 first down.
Man, deuce, way to get out and be a deuce in front.
Colton Carlock chunking yards tonight, Trey. That one was for 26 yards.
They put him over the 100-yard mark. He's got 6 for 122. So
that's a pretty good average per tote.
A little over 20.
Boyles back in. Ryans goes off his left hip. Ball on the right hash. Twin receivers this direction. Brock takes the snap. Xander up inside. Quick feet.
Good hard run there by Xander.
Making McAlester work. Pfeiffer Mitchell, 6 foot 235 junior linebacker. Might have got him around the foot. Shumway finished him off. 33-yard line. Xander got 2.
That's the first time I've heard Shumway's name. Great defensive lineman.
Jaden Shumway is senior, 5'11", 265. Has
I think he's a 600 squatter.
2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks this year. Second down and 7. Cougars patient. Direct snap. Xander gets it. Got away from a guy. And how about Xander? He lost that ball on a low snap.
I'll tell you what, Keevan came back and made a big physical block there, too.
And Xander, because of his speed, able to pick up.
It seemed like he got more than that, didn't he?
Got all the way to the 31-yard line. He got 2, but that could have went for a 7 or 8-yard loss.
Yep. What do you think, Kenny? Is this 4-down territory? Do you try to get 3 or 4 here?
I think so. I mean, I think you're there. Your defense playing great. You got a 10-point lead, 8:43 to play, 31-yard line. You call 2 plays to make 6 yards, or if you need to, knowing that just try to get a positive play here. Carlock, and now it's going to be 3rd and 11 because the Cougars had a false start. Carlock was in the gun and may change the play call a little bit. Moves it back to the 36-yard line. 3rd and 11. I know it's hard for coaches at this point. You get frustrated on false starts and things like that, but you can't worry. You got to get ready to call the next play. Deal with it in practice. 3rd down. Carlock, the hard snap count, runs into Caron. Comes right, 40, 35, 30, 25. How about Colton Carlock? Ran into Caron in the backfield and still picked his way behind some outstanding blocking. Let's look at that again, when we get a chance. What a block by the Cougars there up front. And on 3rd down and long, a 14-yard scamper by Colton Carlock. Well, they found something in that quarterback run game. Now you've got the clock running at 8:18. You're in McAlester territory with a 10-point lead at 30-20. Boyles in the pistol. Caron's behind him. And Caron's going to get the call.
There it is. He saw it.
20. Cut back. Punt a cut to the 10-yard line. Boy, what vision by Caron. He started up the middle, saw the gap open to the left. Who blocked over there on that left side? Really opened it up all the way down to 11.
Got Deuce over there. Who's over there with him? No? Oh, Will Johnson.
Been all over the place in this game. The offensive line getting surges again. Wearing McAlester out right now with 7:44 to play at the 11-yard line. This drive started at the 8 of 35, and they're doing most of it on the ground. The legs of Richardson and Carlock primarily.
We threw it well enough in the first half, though, Kenny. We got to keep them honest.
From the pistol, Ryans gets the call up the middle, and that's another good surge.
Yep.
You'll take it.
This is the ground and pound right here, which you got. I love the fact that we're able to do it.
Mitchell on the tackle. Now what happens now, you got 3 yards, and you can snap with about.
The best part about that Caron run is he went down at the 11, so we can still get another first down.
And the clock's inside 7, on this snap. This is where you just don't get in a hurry. Stay in rhythm. Kamari Richardson going to go wide left. Cord Coffey, the tight end to the left. Empty backfield for Colton. Direct snap. Colton going left. That time they got him. They just crowded the line of scrimmage, and they just outnumbered the Cougars that time on that left side of the offense.
How about a pop pass out of that?
I bet it's in the arsenal at some point because Colton's so capable. So a 3-yard loss. This drive started with 10:59 to play in the game. We're down to 6:25 and a 10.8 lead. Third down. Probably 4-down territory. Kicking game has struggled tonight.
Plenty of time.
Yep, Karan comes on late. Kamari goes wide left. 7 to get the play off. Brock gets him settled. Kamari in motion. Takes the handoff on the jet sweep. Inside handoff. And is going to be hemmed in and chased down. Owen Russell, the first guy to get to him. That play had a little hard time getting going.
Yep.
But it's 4th down for Ada. Ball went from the 11 back to the 15. Cougars need to reach the 1 for a first down. Leading at 30-20. Even if you don't get it here, you've made it a long field for McAlester.
Yep, just be smart. No turnovers. No live ball turnovers.
Ada hasn't had one tonight. They forced 2.
We're going to call a timeout.
Yep. Brad Osteen lets the clock run
should
down.
Let it run down a little bit longer.
5:17 to play. We'll take 1-2. Cougars 30, McAlester 20. This is Cougar Football streaming at K80ARadio.net, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Well, we're finally getting what we thought we would get. 50 points into the game. 30-20 at halftime, and now the battle of the front guys, the battle in the trenches has really taken over here in the second half. There's been no points. Ada's got their best drive of the half, started at their own 35. They reached the McAlester 8 a moment ago. They've backed up on the last 2 plays to the 15. They face 4th down, but lead by 10 with 5:17 to play. Boyles will be the quarterback. Deontay Lindsay comes to the near side of the right side. And wide left is LaKeven Richardson, split way out. Eli Chapman draws man-to-man coverage on him. Karan Richardson sets on the right hip of Brock Boyle, the sophomore signal caller. Play action. Throws to the end zone for Deontay. Tries to high point it. Touchdown, Ada! Deontay Lindsay got behind the defense. Brock throws it to the perfect spot. And the Cougars may have just put an exclamation point on it. Deontay holds in the touchdown, his second of the game, 36-20 Ada.
A great pass by Brock.
Double coverage, Trey, and he just zipped one between 2 defenders. Deontay went up and took it away from him for the touchdown.
Caden Mitchell back in. Let's get one here for some confidence.
Boy, the Ada offense. What a play on 3rd and 14 from the 15. They score at the 5:10 mark. Took 5 minutes, 49 seconds off the clock on that drive. Case Stafford off on the hold off the Fisher-Mars snap. Caden Mitchell's extra point this time is right down Broadway. Got it. Cougars 37, McAlester 20. This is Cougar Football streaming at K80ARadio.net. The sophomore signal caller, play action, throws to the end zone for Deontay, tries to high point it, touchdown Ada! Deontay Lindsay got behind. Well, Deontay Lindsay, Trey drew double coverage, didn't matter. Brock Boyles threw a beautiful pass, and the extra point makes it 37-20 Ada. Ada went 65 yards in 11 plays. That instant replay brought to you by our good friends down at Ada Nissan. The Ada Nissan instant replay. 11 plays, 65 yards, 5 minutes, 10 seconds, 37-20 Ada.
I like it, Kenny.
Now you look back and you know the Cougars staff may be reminding their team, we scored 24 points in the final 6:47 of the second quarter. Let's keep focused.
I just got a message, Kenny, from Brad Odom, one of our Vegas tuner inners. Said look back at that replay, and he was right. Cord Coffee was wide open in the middle, so that's something the coaches upstairs will see, and they'll see in film.
High pooch kick, going to be returned from the 29 at the left side, but nowhere to go. That's Colin Christian over here making a nice open field tackle. McGilbray and Christian both. That kick did his job, the high kick, and trying to return it was Braden Bumpus, and he did return it for 3 to the 32. Good coverage by McGilbray and Christian.
Yeah, that was the perfect execution of it.
So McAlester now cannot, Cougars can almost put their nickel in. 17-point lead with 5:05 to play. The run game is not going to be out the window, but they can't have a heavy dose of it unless they break one.
No, you got to keep it. But the way the D-line has played so far, I'm fine.
Jordan Clark. Oh, ball loose. Les now picks up, but they missed the handoff with Clark and lunges forward for a couple. Riddle got him.
Got another one hurt.
Looks like maybe he's at 34, 54. Will Johnson.
He's probably just exhausted.
They're going to move the ball up to the 36-yard line. So Les now made a pretty nice play to get.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, great job by the second line, Kenny, not seeing that ball and rushing so far upfield that they couldn't contain him once he started running.
So Will Johnson comes to the side, and it is cramps by Will. They go to the.
I don't know how many snaps he's played tonight, Kenny, but it's been a bunch.
Handoff. Whoa, how about deuce again? And along with Maddox, Isaiah Hayden just ate up number 22, Jordan Clark, and they stayed on the ground, and they went nowhere as the Cougar front again. The defensive line makes the initial hit there. They lose a yard back to the 35.
Just got a deuce from the fans.
He's been outstanding. 3rd and 7, 4:15 and counting. Les now takes the snap, back to pass, flushed up. Maddox chases. Les now gets free at the 40, first down, far boundary, 45, 46-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. He's shifty.
Yeah, he's a great athlete. And he throws the ball well. He's not super accurate, Kenny. Ideally, he's running the ball, but I mean, he's shown some propensity even on that fake punt. It was a good pass.
He got 10 and mark him out at the 45. Stop the clock for McAlester with 4:03 to play. 37-20 Ada trailed this game 20-12, Trey. They scored the last 25 points. Blitz for the Cougars. They've got Les now inside, and they got him. Oh, they came with the all-out blitz.
Cord and Eli.
Eli Justice, Cord Coffee, sling him down all the way back at the 33-yard line, a 12-yard loss. They came in a hurry, and they sold it. They did not give it away. They timed that. To me, it looked like they timed it beautifully without giving it away.
Well, and Kenny, what makes that so effective is that they've gotten pressure with the first three. So when they send the blitz, they don't know what to do.
Well, Coach Shamley dialed one up just in time, didn't he? Yep. 3:24 and counting, Ada by 17. Second down. They need 17. They throw a wide receiver screen, and it goes not for much. On the far side, that's Cord Coffee from a defensive end position, reading that beautifully and made the open field tackle on the far side. Move it out to the 37-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 18. They need to reach the 45. Obviously, 4-down territory for McAlester. Ada on top, 37-20. Got twin receivers left and right. Single setback. Here comes the blitz again. Eli up the middle. They hammer the quarterback. Passes intercepted at the 49, 50, Kamari. 45. Kamari to the house. He was wanting it. He gets forced out of bounds. Kamari Richardson, because the quarterback was pummeled as he let it go.
Trey Kinley. And
Kamari Richardson at his own 49. Intercepts it and returns it to the 24 in McAlester territory, a 27-yard return.
There's a team that is believing in themselves right now, Kenny.
They have grown up in a big way tonight. 3rd forced turnover And Ada has not turned it over after what? Ada had 8 in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, much better job tonight.
It's academic from Coyisto Stadium now with 2:33 to play. The Cougars by 17 will try to run the clock out.
It's got to be smart here, Kenny, with chippiness and stuff like that. You don't want it to affect.
Karan dancing, 20, 15, 10, 5. Hello, end zone. Hello, end zone. Karan darting off that offensive line. 24 yards off the left side, and the Cougars have put a 43 spot on the Buffaloes. Boy, when we watch that replay, we're going to see some tremendous blocking again off that left side, and the Cougars have blown it open at Coyisto Stadium.
Going for 2, Kenny. No. I saw Fisher going in. I forget he's the deep snapper.
A 23-yard touchdown run. But we get 24 by Karan. Extra
Boom.
point is good.
All is right.
With
And
2:24.
meathead.
Ada on top. Let's keep it right here. Ada on top, 44-20. I believe it should be 44. Wasn't that PAT good?
Yep.
Let's watch this as we watch it. Maybe even slow this one down. I want to see some of the blocking on that left side, Trey, as Nathan Krause slows this one down for us. As Karan Richardson took the handoff, showed his skills, and let's watch him.
Brennan Riddle with the kick-out block there. He's got Kel Fuller pulling in front of him.
Coffee.
And then look at LaKeven out there on the edge.
Cord Coffee, Kel Fuller. Boy, that's just executing. They still have 43 on the board. So with 2:24 to play, Ada has iced this one. They led 30-20 at halftime. Ada has scored 31 unanswered points, and we'll try to get, now they put the 44th on the board. So Ada, 32 unanswered points. They trailed this game 20-12 after a touchdown by McAlester.
We just got a message from Brent Smith who said his Mustangs mercy ruled Claremore. That's a rule in 8-man, so he's got to watch the whole second half.
2:24 to play. High
Another
kick.
good one.
Mitchell, fair catch. 20. Nope, didn't fair catch. Bumpet's going to return it up the left sideline, but again,
Great
good
job
coverage.
for Gilbert getting off the block there to help out on the tackle.
Do you see a little swagger in the Cougars?
Yes, I do. They had that blocked up really good, and McGilbride just did a fantastic job of getting off the block and helping out on the tackle because he had a seam to go in between the two guys.
This is a momentum builder going into a week off. Hopefully get Sanusi and Dawson Matthews healthy. They went down in the third quarter on the same play, both still standing on the sidelines. And we knew this was going to be a very physical football game, always is.
I may drive over to Peach tomorrow to celebrate.
Over at the county seat Krebs. Here's a got a guy
better
free.
Good job by Xander. Not getting.
Pass.
Don't get. Just be smart. Get him out of bounds.
Cleveland Williamson. Ball goes from the 38-yard line in McAlester territory down to the Ada 44. 18 yards. 2:10 to play, got out of bounds at Cleveland Williamson. Less now in the gun.
Our version of the dime in, Kenny.
Throws it quickly out to Maisie in the flat left side. Going to be run out of bounds. And goes
Ball.
to Lindsay. He stripped
Ball.
it. Cougars
We got it.
Deontay stripped it. The Cougars
George Maddox.
George hopped on it. How about Deontay Lindsay? Reached in and poked it out of Maisie's hands. And that, my friends, will put this one in the win column for the Ada Cougars with 2:01 to play, leading at 44-20.
Hey, Deontay recovered really good there, Kenny. He initially went inside, saw the receiver break outside, was able to not necessarily swim, but use his hands to get back on the outside of the receiver blocking him. And then Maisie tried to cut it back in, and good strip, and then great job by George pursuing and falling on the ball.
Ada now +4 in this game in the turnover column. With 2:01 to play, celebration about to begin on Norris Field. Boyles hands it off to Caron, dashing inside. He might have dropped the football. Nope. I thought it came out. Sorry about that. It looked like it must saw a helmet, kind of one of the guys' helmets in front of the play. But Caron just ducked his head in there and got 2 to the 47-yard line. Cougars a week off, and then what? We got Salisaw.
Salisaw Black Diamonds.
Yep, in 2 weeks from tonight, right here at home, and then you got Hilldale. So back, that's also at home. So it'll be a 4 home game month in September. 1:16 to play. Out of the gun is Brock. Xander running left. Found a little running room to the 48-yard line. Now you just want this game to end. No more chippiness. Ada has whipped the McAlester Buffaloes tonight.
Not quite a shellacking, but a whipping.
Wow, 44-20. The Cougars.
That's 77.
Xander.
No, 75 in the 85 points in the last 2 games.
Xander limps off late. But it's ice baths tomorrow.
Yep.
And just try to. Yeah, the offense is. We knew it'd be the playbook slowly evolving, and it evolved tonight. Caron gets the handoff, darts up inside, not much. In fact, just barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Owen Russell, amongst a few other Buffaloes, got it. That's going to be the last play of the game. Trey Kinley, the Ada Cougars, behind a great ovation from their crowd. What an effort by Ada. They have beat the number 3 team in Class 5A in sound fashion tonight. They scored the game's final 32 points. Shut out the Buffaloes in the second half. Your final score, the Ada Cougars 44, the McAlester Buffaloes 20. What an effort, what a game. The Cougars turning some heads around the state of Oklahoma. Big win for Ada. Your post-game show is next. Tonight's broadcast, a presentation of the... Welcome back to Coy Easto Stadium, where the Ada Cougars have done it 44-20. Trey Kinley scoring the last 32 points. Cougars 3-0 for the first time since 2012. We had that in the pregame, so first time in 11 years. They defeated Durant, Ardmore, and McAlester in succession, and just kind of beat a team that was ranked 3rd in Class 5A. It was in the state championship game the last 2 years, and Ada just really, after a back-and-forth start in the game, about midway through the second quarter, really started dominating this football game, and started the third quarter a little slow, but once they made a momentum play, it seemed like one of those games, when they got a momentum play in each half, they just fed on it, and it just really snowballed, and Ada rode the big plays to the win tonight, 44-20.
And we said it was a game in the trenches, and the skill players did a great job, but I feel like Ada's defensive line dominated all night long, and then their offensive line played well. And I want to give a shout-out. I know 2 players went down, but we talked about him at lunch yesterday. Samuel Jordan, Delaware. Has played some dozer stuff, some goal line stuff, but he had one bad snap. But other than that, he was ready, Kenny. The senior program guy, moment wasn't too big for him and came out and did his job. And that's to me, that's what high school football is all about.
Yeah, really is. And couldn't be happier for Delaware.
No.
What a great young man. And this Ada team is showing to have depth. They got guys that can come in and you don't drop off much and then you saw that tonight. Injuries are going to happen in this game, and unfortunately 2 linemen went down on one play, and the Cougars marched down the field soon after that with some big runs and really just executed and has really wore McAlester down.
That reminded me a lot of last year when CJ went down. Other guys just stepped up and said no, and that was here in the 3rd game of the season against Durant.
Let's go ahead and move into our Ada Nissan post-game show, Ada Nissan replays. We had a bevy of them in the first half we showed you. Ada led this game 30-20 at halftime after that huge end to the first half, and they scored those 24 points in the last 6:47. Ada deferred to start the game, so they got the ball with a 10-point lead to start the second half. Didn't do much, 3 and out, and had to punt. McAlester got the football, and they didn't do much either. They turned it over on downs, went for it on a fake punt, had a guy open down the seam, but he was overthrown. And so Ada got the ball back in McAlester territory, but then couldn't take advantage of it, had to punt it back to McAlester. So Ada gave it back to McAlester at their own 30-yard line. McAlester was on the move, had a couple of big plays, and they got into Ada territory down at the 20, inside the 44-yard line after a personal foul there at the Ada 29-yard line. And Caden Lesnow, the quarterback, couldn't handle the snap, and the Cougars, as they were all night long, this is one of the 4 turnovers the Cougar defense forced. It's down below. Lesnow dropped the snap. Ball's loose. Cougars got it. Cougars got it. 36-yard line. That play never.
Great job by Cord Coffey knifing in there and falling on that ball once it was forced out.
And if you don't get that penetration, you allow him time to pick it up and maybe make a play, you don't get the football.
Yeah, he had about an 8-yard run later on when that happened.
Yeah, but the front 3 were, can't say enough. They were in the backfield all night long against a good McAlester offensive line. Ada took the football, couldn't do anything with it, had to punt for the 3rd time in 3 possessions in the 3rd quarter. But when the 4th quarter came around, after Ada forced a McAlester punt, they forced McAlester again after the defense got a stop. Ada took over at their own 35-yard line and went on a methodical march, Trey. 11 plays, 65 yards. And the drive, this was in the 4th quarter. This was probably the drive of the game, led by 10, and took 5 minutes and 49 seconds off the clock, and then faced a 3rd down and 14 from the 15 of McAlester. The poised Brock Boyles found Mr. Lindsey.
Watch Cord Coffey here in the middle of the field.
The sophomore signal caller, play action, throws to the end zone for Deontay, tries to high point it, touchdown Ada! Deontay Lindsey got behind. Could have been a touchdown either play. Yeah. Cord turned and said, I'm open. But
and I did say Brad was in Vegas. He's in Michigan. Running Rebels have a date in the Big House tomorrow.
In the Big House. That'd be a fun one. So that put Ada on top 37-20 after the extra point by Caden Mitchell. McAlester on their next possession, the Cougar defense got another takeaway on the interception by Kamari Richardson. But prior to that, Cougars came on a blitz, and the defense got involved one more time. The Cougars, they've got Lesnow inside, and they got him. Oh, they
Cord and Eli teaming up there, and when Lesnow looked up, he was like, "Oh no!"
The Ada Nissan instant replay. We appreciate Ada Nissan bringing you Cougar football, and yeah, that was I commented on that at the time. Just the timing, they didn't give the blitz away. They timed the snap count, and they just outnumbered McAlester in the box. They couldn't block them.
Yeah,
they got to the quarterback.
We do have the interception too, Kenny, if you want to show it.
Yep, we're coming up next. After that, the Cougars, after they got the blitz and the sack, and we don't have we do have the interception by Kamari. I'm sorry. Yep, I had that one. Didn't have that mark. Yes, Kamari Richardson got into the act of this Cougars secondary. Had 7 interceptions coming in, 3 more, I believe, in this game, and one of them by Kamari Richardson. Back. Here comes the blitz again. Eli up the middle. They hammer the quarterback. Passes intercepted at the 49, 50, Kamari. 45. Kamari to the house. He was wanting.
Kenny, just like Will Johnson's hit on the quarterback right as he was throwing it at the end of the first half when Carlock returned that one, Eli Justice hits the quarterback right as he's throwing it there, causes a flutter.
Yeah, and I think the coaches will talk about the team effort of that. You can flush a quarterback. You'll make him make bad play. Most quarterbacks will make errant throws at times, and the Cougars are so opportunistic. As Kamari got the pick and the nice return, and the Ada then at that point pretty much in control, and then the clincher came from sophomore Karan Richardson, who had a big night running the football along with Colton Carlock. Cougars had it at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 after the interception by Kamari. It only took them 1 play to go 24 yards.
You don't want it to affect
Karan dancing, 20, 15, 10, 5. Hello, end zone. Hello, end zone. Karan darting up. One play, 24 yards in 9 seconds. So, Trey Kinley, if we wrap up the Ada Nissan instant replays, let me give you some Cougar scoring drives in recap tonight. One play, 24 yards, 9 seconds. 3 plays, 65 yards, 59 seconds. 2 plays, 72 yards, 22 seconds. And 2 plays, 51 yards, and 40 seconds.
And a 5-second interception return.
That's the last play of the half, and McAlester decided to throw the football with 5 seconds left after Ada had already had that crazy big run to end the half. And then Colton took it to the house, and that gave Ada the 30-20 halftime lead. So Ada rolls tonight over their arch rival. 63rd win against 33 losses and 1 tie. Do we have a break before your final stats?
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll take a break here, come back on the other side, and stay with us because we've got some big numbers for you. The final stats with Trey Kinley next. Cougar football streaming at KADAradio.net, a presentation of the Chickasaw Nation. Oh, what a night from Coyisto Stadium. The Ada Cougars have whipped their arch rival, the number 3 ranked team in Class 5A, McAlester Buffaloes, 44-20. Cougars trailed this game 20-12 in the second quarter, run off 32 unanswered, and the offense had a come-out game. Scored 41 against Ardmore, which was outstanding. This was even at 44 against this number 3 team in 5A, even more impressive what the Cougars did tonight with their multiple looks and the different things they were able to do. Brock Boyle's on point tonight with throwing the football. And then the defense took over in the second half, Trey, and as they hold McAlester to
71 yards.
Yeah, what a second half performance defensively. You've got the final numbers for us.
Yeah, McAlester finished with 15 first downs, so that's only 4 in the second half. Had 38 rushes for 110 yards. That's 2.5.
Yeah, and they
11 to 25 passing for $123, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 3 fumbles, 2 of them lost. Had 12 penalties for 95 yards. Team-wise for Ada, had 17 first downs, so 6 in the second half, 34 carries. So they had 38 for 110. We had 34 for 225. That's 6-some-odd yards there.
Yep.
Ada 18 passing for 192 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Did have 13 penalties. Got to clean that up. Some of them were iffy, I'll say, but still got to clean it up.
Yep.
Individually, McAlester rushing. Ethan Watkins had 17 for 74 and a touchdown. Jordan Clark had 7 for 31. Les now 13 carries for 5 yards.
He was being chased all night long.
Had 11 to 25 passing for 123, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Receiving, Carter Lance 3 for 33 and a touchdown. Ethan Watkins 2 for 30. Braden Bumpus had the 21-yard touchdown catch. Cleveland Williamson 1 for 18. Kason Maisie Washington had, actually he should have 2 here because I know he had a fumble there for, I'm going to say 2 for 15. And then Jackson Lauerman, which I remember saying his name a lot last year, had 1 for 6.
Yeah, he was their leading receiver coming in.
Individually on the night, Colton for Ada. Colton had 8 rushes for 133 yards, so a little over 15 a carry. Karan had 12 for 60, or Colton also had a touch. Karan had 12 for 65, so over 5 a carry with a touchdown. Xander Ryan 7 for 23 with a touchdown. LaKeven had 4 for 12. Kamari had 1 for -4, and Brock had 2 for -4. Passing, Brock 7 of 15 for 184 and 3 touchdowns. Colton Carlock 1 of 1 for 8 yards. Receiving, Deontay Lindsay had 3 for 86 and 2 touchdowns. So he's got 7 touchdowns on the year now? No, 3 touchdowns on the year. One defensive.
One defensive, and he had 1 coming into this game so offensively.
4. Yep. Keevan had 3 for 80 and a touch. Case Stafford had 2 big ones for 26 yards. Defensively, Eli and Brennan had a sack. Cord Coffey had a sack. And then interceptions, we had Carlock had 1. Kamari had 1. And that was it. So, penalties, the only thing I can say.
Yeah, very satisfying win. Cougars have outscored the 3 Class 5A opponents in their non-district in the non-district games, 99-27.
Giving up 9 points a game, you'll win a lot of games.
33-9, average outscoring their opponents, including the number 3 team.
It's actually just under 33, Kenny. You say 97?
90, they're right, 97. Yep, just under.
Just under.
Yeah, I'm rounded it up.
Yeah, okay.
We can round it up tonight. It's a big win. Yeah. Cougars get it done. Now, next game will be against Salisaw, a district play 2 weeks from tonight.
7 o'clock.
Yep. First 7 o'clock kickoff for the season. The Black Diamonds come to town. And then the 29th of the month, it's Hilldale. That'll be a big game.
That's the one I want, Kenny. I felt like we should have won that game up there last year. You know, we had a block in the back called on a touchdown call back. That's the one I want to avenge.
That'll be on the 29th. So a big month ahead for Cougar football. Again, 3-0 for the first time since 2012. Congratulations to head coach Brad Osteen and his staff.
1-1 his first year. 1-2 last year. 1 all 3 this year. So next year we're going to have to win 4 non-district games somehow.
Well, this Cougar team ranked 10th in 4A coming in to tonight's game.
Got to think it bumps them a little bit. I mean, I don't know if they'll drop people if they don't lose, but they at least solidified the number 10 ranking for sure.
They did. Big win tonight against the McAlester Buffaloes. Enjoyed bringing you tonight's broadcast. Mason Lee, a great job on camera. Nathan Crowell did a great job with our instant replay and engineering tonight. Appreciate him. And, as always, Trey Kinley doing a great job. It does a little bit of everything, getting this stuff set up, and then there's great commentary on the game. Enjoyed bringing you tonight's broadcast. And Ada, a dominating performance over the McAlester Buffaloes, 44-20. Appreciate all of our sponsors of Ada Cougar football bringing us here tonight. And we'll take a week off. The boys will need a week off, kind of getting the ice bath tomorrow, and kind of hopefully these injuries will be minor, and these guys can get them healed in the next 2 weeks. I know they want to compete. This could be a very special Ada football
We'll
team
have
going
Chauncey
forward.
back, too, to get that.
Yeah.
So we'll get him back. Hopefully I know we got some bumps and bruises tonight. Those will heal up. Hopefully Dawson and Sanusi are good. We'll go from there.
12 forced turnovers in 3 games. Final score for the final time, Ada 44, the McAlester Buffaloes 20. For Trey Kinley and Mason Lee on camera from Coyisto Stadium, I'm Kenny Morrison. God bless. Good night, everybody.
Cougar football is brought to you by the Chickasaw Nation, along with Ada Nissan.